Check, check, check.
And volleyball. Without officials, there are no sports. So make the right call and visit.
Free watermelon feed. Look forward to recognizing all of our fall activity groups, all the way down from our elementary youth groups up to our high school groups that are participating in our activities this fall. And everybody stick around, have some watermelon, and watch our first high school football scrimmage of the season. At this time, we're going to go ahead and start our introductions. All of our groups will hustle out to the midfield area. We'll have all our groups hustle out to the midfield area. We'll talk a little bit about them, and then they'll hustle off, and we'll go through the next group and get through this as efficiently as possible. We're going to start with our Cashion Athletic Association activities. After we introduce our junior high cheer squad, junior high cheerleaders. Here's our junior high cheer squad. These ladies are coached by Casey Williams and Amber Hopgood. Let's hear it for your junior high cheerleaders. And now to our Cashion Youth Athletic Association groups. We're going to start with our Casa Cheer group. Here they come, walking out.
Okay, so we'll just unplug that. No, whenever we're done like this,
Casa Cheer, come on out.
unplug that.
Just kind of leave it here and just slowly.
Miss Sayward Jacobs is in charge of this show, which is a big show. Pre-K through 6, they have 70 girls participating this fall. CASA would like to thank all the parents who signed up to help coach this season. Pre-K through second grade cheer signups are actually still open, and those will be open through midnight this Saturday. So if you're not signed up, it's not too late. In the pre-K through second grade level, get your cheerleaders signed up. Let's hear it for your Casa Cheer Squad. All right, up next, our Casa rookie flag football players. Do we got any Casa flag football players? Here comes a few. Our rookie flag football league is made up of students in kindergarten through second grade. Last year there was 53 kids who participated across 7 different teams in this rookie league. They are still actually assembling teams right now for this upcoming season. You can still get signed up for the rookie flag football league if you have a student in grades kindergarten through second grade who'd like to participate. Practices will begin September 12th. So get as many signed up as possible so we can have another great league this fall. Let's hear it for these guys who are participating in the Casa Rookie Flag Football League this fall. Up next, we'll have our 3rd and 4th grade Casa football team coming out.
It needs downloaders. Little sideline is not even on the iPad, it needs downloaders.
This group is led by Roe Nichols, Josh Wilson, Chase Jacobs, Jared Casey, Chad Newby, and Todd Lother. They've already been practicing and getting ready for the upcoming season. They have a scrimmage coming up versus Crossings on August 19th. Their league-wide scrimmage will occur on August 26th, and then their first actual regular season league game will happen on September 9th. So get out and support your 3rd and 4th grade Casa football team coming up this fall. These guys are excited and ready to go. Let's hear it for these guys. All right, up next, our 5th and 6th grade Casa football team. Here they come. These guys, led off by Roe Nichols, John Hardaway, Brandon Cotter, Wade Farrar, Josh Kavner, Shane Wagner, and Steve Nye. Already been at it and practicing, getting ready for their season. They also will be scrimmaging Crossings on August 19th. Their first league game will also be on September 9th. These guys are also hyped up, ready to go for the 2023 season. Let's hear it for your Casa 5th and 6th grade football team. Up next, we're going to bring out all those participating in Casa Soccer this fall. All of our Casa Soccer players, come on out.
I'm sure it doesn't have it on there. Just send it to Hub.
Casa Soccer. Got any soccer participants? Here they come. These guys are representing the soccer group that will be participating this fall through our Casa Athletic Sports Association. They have 75 kids that will be participating in soccer this fall. Practices will start next week. Games start in mid-September. They play both in the fall and spring, so if you have somebody interested in signing up to play soccer, get a hold of the Casa organization and then get your child signed up. This group's led by Matt Sloan, so let's hear it for all those participating through Casa Soccer this fall. Up like to bring out our junior high and high school cross country runners. Junior high, high school cross country. Here they come, walking, not running. Obviously, they're saving their energy for their next practice.
I got it now.
Coach Wood sends them round and round. These guys have been practicing already, getting after it, ready for the upcoming fall cross-country season. Like I said, they're coached by Tony Wood. Their first meet will be at Kingfisher on September 2nd. So if you see these guys running around town, throw them a bottle of water, help them out while it's hot, keep them hydrated, help them get ready for that first meet. Let's hear it for your junior high and your high school cross-country runners.
So whoever's running the camera, okay, you have to zoom in. So you zoom in. So you want to be able to see everybody? You want to be
Up next will be our high school cheer squad. High school cheerleaders. Here they come.
Stop it at the end of
This group also coached by Amber Hopgood and Casey Williams.
Well, that's it.
The roster this year will be comprised of 24 girls, and all but 3 of those 24 girls also participate in other activities at Cashin High School. Their competitive regionals will be on September 16th. Competitive state will take place on September 23rd, and their game day regional competition will be November 5th, followed up by game day state on November 12th. And you can also catch them at every high school football game on the sidelines, getting us riled up and keeping us in the game. So let's hear it for your high school cheer squad. Up next, junior high fast pitch, or junior high fast pitchers. Come on out, junior high fast pitch. It's okay to act like you're still in second. Get out here a little faster. All right, junior high fast pitch team. These ladies are coached by Morgan Williams and Courtney Chambers. Currently have a record of 1-0 on the season. It's still early as they beat Crescent in their first game, 6-3 to start the season. Their next home games coming up on Monday, August 21st and Thursday, August 24th. So come out and support your junior high fast pitch ladies as they get going on this 2023 season. Let's hear it for your junior high fast pitch team.
Yeah. Hurry, make sure you all back up here before it starts.
And last but not least, our high school fast pitch team. You may notice a few of the uniforms may be a little dirty. That's not because they weren't washed. That's because they just played this afternoon in the J.C. Cochran Memorial Tournament, which opened up today here in Cashin. These ladies opened up their first round of this tournament with a win today. They move on to the winner's bracket and will play tomorrow at 4:30. So get out through the rest of the weekend. Support these ladies in the tournament and just support a great tournament, a great event overall. These ladies coached by Courtney Chambers and Brandy Chavez. So they are 4-5 early on in the season. And like I said, they'll be competing tomorrow and Saturday in the J.C. Stevens Cochran Memorial Tournament here in Cashin. Past that, they'll be playing here in Cashin on a district game Thursday, August 24th against Okemah, and then on Saturday, August 26th at 3:30 here versus Heritage Hall. So plenty of opportunities to get out here in Cashin and support these ladies coming up here in the next week or so. So let's hear it for head coach Courtney Chambers and your high school fast pitch team. And that will conclude the introductions for our watermelon feed this evening. Stick around, we'll have some JV football coming up here with Cashton, Perry, and Morrison shortly, followed up by the varsity scrimmage. So hope everybody sticks around, has some watermelon, has a good time, and watch some football tonight. Thanks for coming out. Well, my fault. We missed junior high football. Kind of important. Come on out, junior high football. Whip right past these guys. Big group of guys looking for good things from this group as they get going this fall. They're coached by Lynn Schuckler, Tony Wood, Kel Cochran, and Eric Robinson. They've already been practicing, getting ready for the fall season. They will open up their season on the road August 28th at Oklahoma Christian Academy in Edmond, so make sure and get out and support these guys. Sorry about that, junior high football. We love you. We know you're important. And we look forward to watching you this fall. So let's hear it for our junior high football team.
About the kids going over on their data plans are back. Mom and Dad, this is for you. Right now, make the switch to Pioneer's unlimited data plans. Don't let data overages and high cell phone bills be something you stress about this school year. We have a plan for everyone. Let Pioneer handle your worries by stopping at a local office today to learn how you can save. Visit gopioneer.com for details. Some restrictions may apply.
Cashton FBC is a church seeking to grow in Christ and our love for the body of Christ. With ministries from children to youth to adults, we strive to present the gospel in an engaging and meaningful way. Sunday school meets at 9:45 a.m. and worship starts at 11 a.m. Children and youth meet on Wednesdays at 6 p.m. Please check our website at cashtonfbc.org for more information, and we hope to see you this Sunday, located a half-mile east of Cashton.
Absolute Pools, Lawns, and Landscape is not your ordinary pool builder. From traditional to exotic and anything in between, our staff offers paramount quality and service through the entire design and build process. We provide service to the entire OKC metro and surrounding towns. So relax, knowing our team is wholeheartedly committed to building a trusting and lasting relationship with you. Visit us on Facebook or give us a call today at 405-285-9729. Absolute Pools, Lawns, and Landscape.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
Looking for a solution to your water well problem or just needing a new well drilled? Western Drilling does water well drilling and repair. They are experts in pumping system installation, troubleshooting, and repair. Western Drilling works with domestic, ag, and irrigation wells. Give them a call today and explore all the solutions. Western Drilling supports Cashin High School. Go Wildcats!
Stream with Oklahoma's #1 high school streaming service, Squirtle.tv. Find out more at Squirtle.com/stream.
Kyle and Gina Van Druff have the answers to all your real estate and insurance needs. These guys will have you covered in a one-stop shopping experience. They are local agents, local supporters, and active in the Cashin community. They are also proud parents of past and present Cashin students. Kyle and Gina help their clients make the right choice. Don't wait till it's too late. Call 405-607-4300. Go Wildcats and number 88. Let's have a great year.
Wildcat up! Get you some!
Presenting Regato Ranch, located within the Cashin School District and offering homebuyers the experience of small town charm with the modern world of shopping, dining, and healthcare just minutes away. Situated east of Highway 74, Regato Ranch boasts 1-acre home sites with privacy and ample space to retire or raise a family.
To build your next home from the ground up or to inquire about new properties currently for sale, contact Brandon or Shannon Cotter with Iron Creek Homes and C7 Realty.
Come find your forever home at Regato Ranch.
And go Wildcats!
Founded by Jesse and Amy McCracken, Rural Pest Solutions is a Cashin-based, family-owned and operated company. Our focus is on providing the highest level of customer service while effectively treating many common invaders, including spiders, ants, roaches, mice, mosquitoes, fleas, ticks, and termites. Flexible scheduling and superior customer service are our top priority. Call us today to schedule your appointment. 405-283-6565.
At Maples Nixon Dieselhorst, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back, always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples Nixon Dieselhorst, and we are here to help.
Storm season is coming, people, and your first choice for roofing needs should be Rhino Roofing. Locally owned and operated, the Rhino specializes in all types of repair and replacement. Large scale, traditional, modern, unique roof lines, they can do it all. Protect your home and your family with the specialized services of Rhino Roofing. Visit our Facebook page today and make an appointment. Rhino Roofing is all the hype for any roof type.
Wiggins, Sewell, and Ogletree is dedicated to championing our clients through complicated and challenging litigations. We pride ourselves on a proven track record of success, brought forth by fierce litigation skills. The lawyers and staff of our firm are dedicated to effective and personalized representation for every client who entrusts our service. Uncompromising integrity, unparalleled results. Call Wiggins, Sewell, and Ogletree, 405-232-1211.
I'm Todd Miller, and this is Grain and Grange, still the coolest furniture store you've never heard of. Come see us.
At Water Heater Man, we specialize in repairing and replacing all water heaters. We service the OKC Metro and surrounding towns with fast, reliable service. We keep our vans fully stocked with essential parts needed for basic repairs, and new tanks are always on the vans ready to go. We offer free estimates on all jobs with financing options available. We match manufacturer's warranty for all newly replaced water heaters. We'll get your water heater back up and running as fast as possible so you don't have to put your life on hold waiting for service. Give us a call today, 405-844-TANK. That's 405-844-8265. Go Wildcats!
Support your school's booster club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers. Talk about a win-win. Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
For 31 years and counting, Community State Bank has taken great pride in being your hometown bank. With branches located in Cashin, Dover, and Hennessy, CSB strives to reflect the small-town hospitality these communities are known for. Our friendly staff is here to serve you and provide one of the best banking experiences around, equipping our customers with the latest in banking technology combined with a personal, down-home relationship. Come into one of our local branches or visit us at www.mycsb.com. Community State Bank, small-town banking, the way it should be. Member FDIC.
What would you do if you only had one life to live? Well, that's kind of how this whole thing works. So bite off more than you can chew. Don't wait for someone else's green light. Go after what they say you can't. Oklahoma needs more doers, and doers don't wait. Get skilled, get paid. Oklahoma Career Tech.
Back to school. Now your worries about the kids going over on their data plans are back. Mom and Dad, this is for you. Right now, make the switch to Pioneer's unlimited data plans. Don't let data overages and high cell phone bills be something you stress about this school year. We have a plan for everyone. Let Pioneer handle your worries by stopping at a local office today to learn how you can save. Visit gopioneer.com for details. Some restrictions may apply.
Welcome into the 2023 Watermelon Feed Scrimmage, and we're making this our preseason show this year. And this is Chris Gibson along with Mr. Chad Tishner tonight. Nema is at an awards banquet for Liz, winning Best Audiologist in Oklahoma City. So congrats to
Big time. Good
Liz.
job, Liz.
Yes, awesome. Proud of her. So Nema's there, and Chad's jumping in today, and we are off to a start here. This is the JV. We're kind of the JV is going to be scrimmaging first, but we wanted to jump on and just kind of get everybody, welcome everybody in. We have a senior and a junior that's going to jump on with us. Mr. Tommy Branson and Mr. Max Higdon are going to jump on, and we're going to interview them and talk about the upcoming season a little bit before they get out there and scrimmage the varsity. Chad, I'm excited for the season. I always say best season of the year is football season. So,
yeah, I agree with that somewhat.
Even though you're a basketball guy.
I can't fully commit to that or I might get in trouble.
Yeah, Hardaway wouldn't be happy.
Might lose my job, my third job. But, yeah, I mean, football, man, this time of year, fall, it's always exciting, not just for Cashion High School football, but, all of us getting ready to root our college football teams on, our pro football. I mean, it's just exciting. Yeah, football's around the corner, and we're getting close. So it's good to see these JV guys getting out here, cashing out here on defense right now. Our JV guys looks like going against Morrison for a series, and like I said, getting it started on D. So it's exciting to see it finally get going. It takes a while to get here, it seems like.
Oh, yeah. It just seems like all summer long, and the build-up for football season is more and more, and the farther I get away from playing, the more I enjoy getting to just watch and sit back and enjoy the games. And, the Cashion Wildcats have entertained us quite well over the last few years. Last year, went out in the first round of the playoffs, but, man, a team that really, kind of came together as the season went on.
Right.
We had some struggles there. We had some injuries. But you know what? I was proud of those kids for the effort they put out last year, and I'm excited to see what these kids coming back this year have to offer. It's going to look a little different. The years past, we've had some pretty good senior leadership. This year, we have some really good senior leadership. We just don't have much of it.
Not a lot of depth there in both those older, those junior and senior classes. And you got some very talented players in both those classes, but like you said, just not the depth of those type of players that we've had in the past. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be fun. We got a lot of youth, a lot of youngsters that are going to have to step up and play, and that's not only good for those guys right now, but it's good for the program down the road, and as we continue to build that depth back up. But excited for those juniors and seniors we do have out there. I'm very confident in those guys and the experience they have and what they bring, and then excited to see some of these young guys get out there too.
Yeah, and this is the freshman group here. There's a lot of really good skill players. Some big old boys up on the front line there with the freshman group, and I'm excited to see what they will bring to the table, not only this year, but the few years down the road. They're going to be some big contributors come out of this group.
Yeah,
right
some
here.
of these guys that you're going to see out here, in this first 30, 45 minutes, I mean, you're going to see them. They're going to take up some minutes in the varsity as the season goes on, especially. Maybe getting their little first taste of it out here in this JV scrimmage. But yeah, you'll see them you'll see some of these guys out there chewing up some varsity minutes for sure.
Yeah. Let's bring in Tommy real quick. We'll jump on with him, get him in here. I know they got to get back down and get ready for the scrimmage, so I want to get them in and talk to them just a little bit. And we'll just leave it. We'll switch it over here so you can see Tommy's beautiful face for just a second, and then we'll switch back. Tommy, thank you for jumping on, brother.
No problem at all.
Tommy's mom actually works with me, and so I get to see Tommy quite a bit, and I'm excited to see what Tommy does this year on the football field. Tommy's a senior, and he is a 3-year starter. He started on the line for both of the well, did you start when you were
I didn't start when I was a freshman. I started my sophomore year.
Okay, so sophomore year when they won the gold ball in 2021, Tommy was a very big part of that line, offensive line. And last year, he had to jump over and play a little defense too. Yeah. Tell us a little bit about how last year went. How did that go playing offensive line and defensive line? How does that?
I definitely had a good coaching staff that could help me transfer a lot of talents I've had with the offensive line going towards the defensive line. And I really enjoyed playing defense too because I could be on both sides of the field, get to know each position a little more. And I'm excited to bring it to my senior year also.
Great. So, Tommy, what is it like playing both ways on the football field?
It can get exhausting, to say the least. But it's definitely more rewarding than exhausting. I feel like being a part of the team on both sides, getting to help out wherever I can is a really big award. And especially my senior year, and playing on defense and offense is really helpful.
Heck yeah. So what do you think about this year? I mean, what are you looking forward to? Some things that you think are going to be really good, some things that are going to be you're going to have to work on to get better. Tell us a little bit of the things that you're looking forward to for this year.
Something I'm really looking forward to is our upcoming players from the freshman and sophomore. They're really starting to show some hard work and effort, which is awesome for future generations. But we still need to work a little harder at practice, get a little stronger, get a little faster, something we always could do, always need to do. But I'm really excited about that and just to see what years to come have.
Tell us about practice and running. Your mom said you really enjoy running a lot, and you want the coaches to have y'all run more, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah. It's definitely something we need, but definitely not something we want.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about, last year versus this year. What are some differences that you've seen as far as just practice-wise?
Some main differences I feel like is we had a lot of depth on our team last year. A lot of people can play both ways, people who can bounce back and forth. And this year we have a little less of that with the loss of our last year seniors and some of the seniors in my grade who quit football.
Decided not to play, yeah. Well, man, I'm looking forward, like you said, there's going to be some of those younger guys that are going to have to step up as a senior. Mm-hmm. How do you handle that? What do you do as a leader to really bring those kids in, make them feel a part of the team, and then help them make you be successful?
Yeah, definitely show them how to act on a football team. I feel like that's the main part. In Cashion, we don't like to put up with any nonsense on the team. We want us all to be like the front runners of Cashion. This is what Cashion's about. This is what we need to look like. This is how we need to act. And showing that to the younger classes is a really big part of it, so they can bring that on into future generations. So Cashion could stay great all for all time.
I love it, man. I love that culture that those kids. When you were freshmen, you had Brexton Green, you had Caden Harrell. As a sophomore, you had Ben Harmon, you had Landon Lagasse. All of those guys have poured into you, and now you're getting to pour into those younger kids. So we appreciate you guys, you seniors, and the things that you do. Even the junior high kids, they look up to you guys and learn from your example. And so we appreciate you, Tommy, the things that you do and lead, how you lead our Cashion Wildcat football team. My son is a center. Yeah. What position are you playing this year?
I'm playing center this year.
All right, so I'm going to have him. You're going to have to teach him how to be successful, right?
I love
Maddox. Last year, what position did you play last year on offense and defense, and then what are you planning on playing this year?
I played a lot of guard last year and a lot of nose guard, some defensive end last year, and this year I'm focusing more on center and on defensive end more than nose guard. But I'll still play both ways on defense, nose guard and defensive end. And I'm still ready to go in at any position on
receiver.
Definitely not.
Oh, no.
Too much running there. But
any position on that front line, you're down to go on either way. You're ready to go. I want to talk a little bit about one of the coaches that is kind of stepping back this year. A coach that has been here for 35 years, one of the best coaches that's ever coached football at any level, Mr. Coach D.L. Robertson. He's stepping back this year. Can you talk a little bit about him and what he means to you and the team and Cashion in general?
He's just amazing. He's absolutely amazing. He's told us since day one that he loves every single one of us, and if he had to take us in, he would take us each in. That just shows what kind of coach he is. He's not afraid to tell us what we're doing wrong, but he's also not afraid to cheer on whenever we're doing something right, which is amazing. Yeah. And I feel like the people at Cashion see that, and we'll always be there for him, there for his family, because he's the epitome of Cashion. His spirit is what Cashion is.
Yeah, Coach Robertson is, selfishly, me being selfish, I want him to coach from now on.
Yeah, definitely.
But for him, I'm glad that he has, and I appreciate everything that he has poured into the town of Cashion, the teams of Cashion, the kids of Cashion. And we just want to say thank you, Coach Robertson, for all that you've done. We know you're still going to be in and out and around the team. You're still going to be up at the school working. But I think he's stepping back a little bit. And, man, I just want to say thank you so much for everything that you have done, Coach Robertson, for our football team and for the kids of Cashion. It means a lot to a lot of people for a long time. So, and Tommy, Coach Robertson has meant a lot to those kids that played line. Yeah. I mean, he means a lot to every kid, but those kids that play line that he has coached and poured into, they probably have a little bit more feeling
definitely.
towards him. So
Yeah.
All right, Tommy, I appreciate you jumping on. Anything else you want to really talk about before we let you go?
Yeah, just remember, Cashton's a community. Always come out to support us. Even if we're going down, if we're out low, we'll still come out with our best if the community's there to support us. So
Right on. And that's one question Nima always asks when we have a kid on that we're interviewing. What's the thing that makes you really, really proud to be a Cashion Wildcat that our community brings?
just to see the excitement in the younger kids. It's just the thought of they get to see the older generation doing all the stuff they do, and they want to do that. And seeing that excitement makes me sad because I'm a senior. It also makes me super happy to see that go out. And the parents are just there to support. They're there for every kid. It's just amazing how they act. But with the younger kids, it's amazing. I love how they're just ready to go in. They just so much excitement there, and I feel like it's going to be amazing for years.
Well, Tommy, hey, and those kids can see that makes you happy, and that passes that on.
Yeah.
And so you just talking about those younger kids and what they bring to the table and the excitement that they're building, they look up to you, and they see you excited out there, and that just passes it on to the next generation. So, Tommy, we appreciate you. Like I said, your leadership, your enthusiasm, and the effort that you put out on every Friday night. We appreciate you, brother.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
All right, thanks for jumping on.
Yep.
And we'll just we'll keep it here. We're going to keep it on the JV. Leave it out here for a little bit, and we'll just bring in Max. I'll jump on with him and talk a little bit about what he's going to bring to the Cashion Wildcats.
Yeah.
All right. Max, how are you doing, sir?
I'm a little nervous.
Nervous?
Yeah.
Oh, man, you'll do great. So, Max Higdon, you are a junior, right? And tell me a little bit about what positions you plan on playing this year.
I'm playing wide out and safety.
Wide out and safety.
Yeah.
All right, man. So last year you played safety some. You got in the game, contributed.
I actually played D end and tight end last year, and now I'm playing wide out and safety.
Nice.
So I'm just all over the place.
Wherever the team needs you, you're willing to jump in.
Yep.
And that's what in small town football. That's what you got to do, right? You got to say, where do you need me, coach? And I'll get out there. You coach me up, and I'm going to do the best I can. And we appreciate you being able to be flexible like that. And I'm excited to watch you play. What's one thing that you're excited about this year?
I'm excited to see what all these young kids can do.
Yeah.
Because I think they got a lot of talent. I think they got good stuff coming. And I just want to see what they're going to do their freshman year.
All right.
I'm excited.
Roll over here so we can see.
Ooh.
Your mama wants to see your pretty face on TV, right? All right, Max. So what about, some of those kids, like you said, what are you going to do out there on the football field and practice to kind of help lead them and get them to where they need to be?
Just give them encouragement, push them to try harder and give more effort and everything, and just try and be a leader.
What do you think on defensively? Is it a lot of the same stuff? I guess at a new position, you're learning a lot this year, right?
I mean, I played a little bit of safety when I was a freshman, but we're running a bunch of different stuff.
Yeah. So is that one thing where, as a junior and being a leader, that's something that you're going to be able to help teach some of those kids coming up?
I think I'll be able to help out and teach. I've been trying my hardest.
Yeah.
Because they're young, they don't know as much as I do. You'll see out there in a little bit, they'll all be in the huddle, and I'll be already out my spot because I know what the play is.
Yeah.
But
well, that's where
they'll figure it out.
Yeah, as a leader, as an older leader, knowing that you can say, hey, you almost want to learn every position, right? I remember we had an interview with Braxton Green like this one time, and he said, what I can do as a leader is I can learn every position. That way I can help be a coach on the field, and that sounds like what you want to do out there.
That's what I want to do. I just want to be where they want me to be and just help out as much as I can.
That's awesome. That's
tomorrow if they tell me to go play line, I'm going to go play line.
Yeah, and give all your effort, right? All right, man. Well, on the offensive side, are you excited about getting to jump out there and be a receiver a little bit?
I'm really excited.
Yeah. Well, all I know is I've seen you run around the baseball path, and I know how fast you are, so I'm excited to be able to see you out there. What about Ethan jumping in at quarterback starting this year?
I think he's young, and he hasn't had a lot of experience, but I think he's got a good arm. He's got good talent. He can run. He's big.
Yeah.
He's big for his age. I think he'll do just fine.
Yeah, and he's a hard worker. He puts a lot of effort in, lots of time going to camps,
Yes.
different things like that.
Yeah.
So, I'm excited to see what he brings to the table, too. And with big wideouts like yourself, it's going to be fun to see what he can do throwing the ball down the field.
He can throw it. He can throw it.
So, as far as offense, does anything look different from last year to this year?
Yes, we're running the ball. Well, not too much of a difference, but, like, we got more heavy sets than, like, split-out sets.
Yeah.
So we're probably going to be running the ball a lot more.
Yeah, well, in a small town and small school football, a lot of times you have to adjust to the kids that you have, the players that you have, and what you have on the sideline. And it sounds like Coach Shackelford and the group has had to adjust a little bit. But I think they probably still got a few tricks up their sleeve.
I think they do too.
To move the ball down the field.
Yeah.
So, well, Max, what is it about Cashion? We always like to ask this question. What is it about Cashion that you really enjoy? One of the favorite things about Cashion and you going to school here and playing sports?
I just love the surrounding people. Everybody's just so nice. They're so cheerful. They're always like, I can just hear, like, my dream, what I've been dreaming since I was a freshman, is catching a ball, running up the sidelines, hearing all the bells jangling and the band, and then turn around and everybody's running at me.
Yeah.
Well,
hey,
I
keep
dream about
visioning
that.
It's going to happen, brother. I promise you. And,
I cannot wait.
And as much effort as you put in, and I've seen you up at the weight room and in the weight room and putting effort in over the summer. Tell us a little bit about, the summer pride and how that goes.
We'll get up real early and we'll stretch and do all that, and then we'll work out. Like, it's not just jack around, screw around, workout. It's like work out. And we go up every week. And when our max week, it was rough.
Yeah.
But we got it done.
It's worth it, though, right? All the effort and the hard work that puts in.
All the younger kids are getting bigger. They're looking better. We run a lot, too.
Yeah.
So we can get that endurance.
You think you've run more this year than you did last year?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Maybe
100%.
that's something coaches learned last year.
Yeah.
Our numbers aren't where they have been in the past, so we're going to have to get in shape.
Yeah. That's what he talks about a lot. He's always trying to get other people to play so we can have numbers.
Yeah.
He's like, I'd rather have like 13 people that I know can play than having 11.
Yeah. Just because those extra two give you, in case somebody goes down, just to have a breather.
Yeah.
Yeah, that definitely makes a big difference.
Yeah.
Playing both ways. How do you think that's going to work out this year for you? I mean, is there anything that you're trying to do differently that this year than you did? Because you didn't really have to play both ways last year a lot.
I mostly played offense, but there were a few times I played defense. But I'm just going to go until I can't.
Yeah.
Just go.
That work that you put in over the summer and all the extra running.
Yeah.
That's
hopefully
where
it'll
you're
come
working.
to play.
And, you talked about, hey, that dream since you were a freshman, getting the ball, catching it, going down. That doesn't happen without all that hard work and the summer pride
the work
and everything
pays
that
off.
you're talking about. So, man, Max, I am excited to watch you play, man, out there at that receiver position. That's what I played.
Yeah.
You're built a lot like me. You're probably way faster than I am. So, man, I'm excited to watch you get out there, catch some touchdowns.
I'm excited.
And I guarantee you we will be yelling and rooting you on, brother, okay?
Thank you.
Hey, appreciate you jumping on.
Yep.
We have Morrison and Perry. They're out there fighting it out right now. So we will go to a quick break. When we come back, maybe we'll see Max out there catching touchdowns.
Yep.
All right. Appreciate you, man.
Yep.
Thanks for jumping on.
See ya.
You did great, man. You did great.
Cashion FBC is a church seeking to grow in Christ and our love for the body of Christ. With ministries from children to youth to adults, we strive to present the gospel in an engaging and meaningful way. Sunday school meets at 9:45 a.m. and worship starts at 11 a.m. Children and youth meet on Wednesdays at 6 p.m. Please check our website at cashionfbc.org for more information, and we hope to see you this Sunday, located a half-mile east of Cashion.
Absolute Pools, Lawns, and Landscape is not your ordinary pool builder. From traditional to exotic and anything in between, our staff offers paramount quality and service through the entire design and build process. We provide service to the entire OKC metro and surrounding towns. So relax, knowing our team is wholeheartedly committed to building a trusting and lasting relationship with you. Visit us on Facebook or give us a call today at 405-285-9729. Absolute Pools, Lawns, and Landscape.
Dr. Matt.
All right, we are back, and I have Mr. Chad Tishner back in here with me now. Looks like our JV is going back to
looks like
out
we're
there
back
on
on
offense. And we can talk a little bit about these kids.
Yeah, let's
now.
start calling some of these guys out. I think most of the numbers on our roster, we got a tentative game roster for this upcoming season. I think a lot of these numbers are matching up. I've kind of been watching. So I know Riker Johnson, freshman at quarterback, taking the snaps right now.
Yeah, and he last year, man, in 8th grade, he played a one half of football, and I think he scored 4 touchdowns in one half, and then he tore his ACL. He ran a touchdown back, or a kickoff back for a touchdown. He threw a touchdown. He ran 2 touchdowns, I think, and then right before half, I think he was playing on defense, came across and got hit in the knee, or just came down wrong, really, and tore his ACL, and that was a blow to that junior high team because he is definitely a difference maker speed-wise. You may look at him and say, man, he's not that big right now as a freshman, but that dude can scoot, and he will be able to move down the football field. And he's going to be one of those kids that you see on Friday nights, probably lined out there, and maybe that one of those receiver positions is getting him down the field. I know when Ethan was here and was in 8th grade and Riker was in 7th grade, Ethan played quarterback, and man, they threw it deep. Almost every game, they would have a big connection down the field because Ethan could just throw it 100 miles, and Riker could run under it.
Yeah, and there he goes. See if we can use his speed outside here a little bit. Nice, tough run. He's been handing it a lot to another freshman, Carlos Martinez, who's a very athletic, skilled kid, and right now just kind of try to get that snap exchange worked out a little bit early in the season, knocking the rust off. Try to get that worked out, and so Riker's kind of battling that a little bit. But good to see these guys out here. Receiver-wise, looks like right now we've got Slade Williams splitting out to the left, and I think that's Hank Brown split out to the right.
And if you hear the Brown last name, he is the last Brown.
That's it,
he
last
is
one.
Baby Brown.
Yep.
But that dude can scoot just like his older brothers.
Yeah.
And
the DNA is the same.
Yeah, he's another one that is a speed demon.
Yeah, and it's another one probably see out there spotting some, spotting some time in the varsity at a few different positions. He's an athletic kid. He's got the athleticism and the strength probably to get out there and compete, maybe even at that freshman level. But definitely in the future, you'll hear the Brown name a lot again.
Yeah, like we were said, this freshman group, there is a lot of skill kids in this group. We talked about Riker already. We talked about Hank. You have Slade Williams. He's a really good skill kid. You have Rival Fields. He's a kid that was really good last year at running the ball. And
that's Aiden Rorden that just ran the ball there.
And, is he new this year? I haven't met him.
No, he was out here last year. I know, came in late in the game.
Oh, he's sophomore.
He's a sophomore and did some good things last year.
Yep.
Another athletic young kid. Like I said, I mean, it's a deep list of freshmen and sophomores that I think have a chance to be pretty good players. So exciting to see. And already just in this JV scrimmage, you've seen a lot of different guys touch the football so far.
Yeah, kind of moving it around a little bit. You have Grayson Davis is another kid. He's lined out here at receiver number 3, split out there. He's another kid that can motor.
Yep.
And he's fast, and he just is a kid that gives every bit of effort that he's got, and I'm excited to see what he can bring to the table too. At some point, you might see him back there at running back some, along with Carlos. But yeah, there's a lot of really good skill kids in this freshman group.
And first time we've seen Riker be able to drop back and throw the ball here and completes a nice little out route to Rorden. So those guys right on there on the same page look good. Good to see him. I've been pounding it time and time again. It's good to see him mix in a little pass, and Riker looked really comfortable back there in the pocket throwing the football.
Last year, Riker, that first game that he played, he's a kid that's just confident and the kids around him, he's calm, collected, usually kind of gets everybody lined up. And when you have that kind of leadership back there, it makes a difference.
Yep. That one incomplete. He tried to hit Grayson Davis on a little button hook there right in the middle of the field on the left hash, and had a Morrison kid read that really well, step in, pass the lane, knock that down. But
yeah, Morrison kid kind of made a better break on the ball than
yep.
The receiver did, and made a good play, knocked it down.
But, Nema always gave the shout-out to the Mundell Farms connection. Well, yep. Riker's the Pioneer Ridge connection, so I got to give a shout-out to my boy in Pioneer Ridge. And, man, he's always out working hard. I mean, ever since they moved into that neighborhood, he's one of those kids that he's outside doing something all the time, pretty active and, always out throwing a football, throwing a baseball, doing something, Yep. I mean, you can just tell he's an athletic kid that wants to compete.
Yeah, last year, I know his dad real well, and with him tearing his ACL, I was devastated for him. I know they were devastated because they put a lot of effort in. Riker works really, really hard, and for a kid that has always excelled, it was really hard. His dad said it was just tearing him up, not to be able to get out there, but.
Well, and then you got to sit back too, and kind of watch your teammates struggle a little bit. You're 14 years old. It's hard at 18 years old, but at 14 years old, that's a lot to take in, really.
Yeah, and the great thing about Riker, though, he showed up to every game. Even if he was on crutches, he showed up.
Yeah.
During baseball season, he couldn't play baseball, but he showed up. He was there. So his team, that gained a lot of respect for his teammates, and so it's exciting to see him back healthy and back on the football field. I'm sure it's still, first time back on the football field since that happened. I'm sure it's hard for him to kind of get back in the groove, but as he gets more comfortable, you're going to start seeing him really excel on the football field. Looks like we're jumped over onto the defensive side of the football, and I think a lot of these freshmen, they're going to play. You're going to see some freshmen out on the field this year. You're going to see some sophomores out on the field this year, just like we said on the offensive side. There's a lot of kids that can get to the football, and there's a lot of kids that aren't afraid to hit out there. You're going to see Carlos Martinez. We talked about him a little bit.
Yeah.
He's just one of those kids that is like a bull. He's a great wrestler, can get out there, and I think you're going to see him move around and play a little bit in different spots.
Well, and I think it's easier for these younger kids too, and I think, especially like Carlos and, they're going to be able to come out here on the defense side. It's a little more instinctive.
Yep.
A lot less study time as far as learning the playbook and all that. And they can just come out here, come hit somebody, make a play. And you just saw that first play. Perry tries to go wide left, and Carlos right there shuts that down.
Hammers him.
And like I said, I think this is where you'll see some of these younger kids really get a chance to get out there, have some varsity minutes, and show what they can do. And then as they grow into the offense and, their role offensively, and then offensively you got chemistry, your quarterback with your receiver and your running back, and then your running back with your lineman. And there's a lot of chemistry that's got to evolve there too. But I think, like I said, for these young guys, they can get out here defensively, go hit somebody and make a play.
You see number 1 here on this near side out defensive back, Kellen Smith. We haven't talked about him, and he's one of the another really great athlete. I've kind of gone through a lot of kids already and haven't even mentioned Kellen Smith, and he is a heck of an athlete. He's a great baseball player, and he kind of stepped in and filled Riker's shoes last year when he went down at quarterback on that junior high level and did a great job. And he's a kid that you're probably going to see maybe start on the defensive side of the football at the varsity level. So he may be out here during the JV, but I bet you see him work in with that varsity group too.
Yep, trying to get as much experience as he can get. Nice little run here by the Perry quarterback. He gets out wide. It's 6 or 7 before he's pushed out of bounds. Up front, looks like we've got that 3-man front working. I think we got Sheldon Gentry out there, Max Hosley, and Aiden Bowen looks like out there right now working the 3-man front. Aiden a sophomore, Max a sophomore, Sheldon a sophomore. So 3 sophomores up there up front right now for the Wildcats.
Yeah, it looks like Max may be coming off with a little bit of an injury. But,
yeah, it looks like LeBlue's in now.
You talk about Max Hosley and Sheldon. Man, that's some beefy boys up there.
Big
you know,
boys.
I love Max. Great kid. I always just tell him, like, I wish he's a little bit meaner, a little bit meaner. But he gets out there on the football field. I'm ready to see what he can do.
Yeah.
He is a junior this year. No, sophomore.
Max
That's
sophomore.
another.
Yeah.
I mean, man, we are going to have a lot of. I keep saying this, but we are. We're going to have a lot of freshmen, sophomore. Just looking at the roster here, looks like we have 3 seniors. No, we have
3 is what I counted, I think.
Yeah, 3 seniors. 3. We have Tommy Branson, Benson Waltman, which Benson is a kid that is new to Cashion this year. I think is that he is Chandler Christensen, Lance Christensen.
Cousins, I believe. Correct, yeah.
But he is not a kicker.
From Kentucky. No, they do not kick.
They do not kick. He is
we went from a roster of, I think we had 4 kickers at one point. On one. Last year, the year before, we had 4 kickers on our roster. And we're down to 1 right now on the roster. So a little bit more realistic for a Class A football team.
Yeah.
You got 1 kicker, not 4.
Yeah. And so let's see, the other seniors, Bryson Beitler. You'll see him out there playing some. He's actually out there with that JV team right now, doing filling in. Let's see. And I think that is
That's it. That's the 3 seniors. Yeah, Beitler, Waltman, and Branson would be your 3 seniors this year. So
yeah, so your juniors are Brett Waltman, which is Benson's brother.
Yep, younger brother.
Then you have Travis Lovelholtz, right?
Loffelholtz.
Loffelholtz.
Yep.
I always mess that up, and I apologize. And then Dagan Lloyd, which he was a big contributor last year on the line, which he will be again this year. Matthew Stockton, he was a big contributor last year. He's a junior. Caleb Duran.
Yep.
If that name sounds familiar, whenever he was a freshman, he was here. They lived here. And got a lot of playing time as a freshman during the state championship run.
Team. Yep.
And he moved away last year.
Went to Weatherford. Yep.
Went to Weatherford. Did good there, but family situation brought him back to Cashion, and we are welcoming him. Welcome him with open arms.
Yeah, his shoulders will bear a lot of weight.
Yes, he's going to be play that middle linebacker role there.
Yeah.
But that right there, Max Higdon that was in here earlier, he's going to be another big contributor.
Caden Seeley as well, played a lot last year. Yep.
So I think that's about a run through all of the juniors. Yeah, Seeley. And Seeley last year, he played a lot of center.
Center, yeah.
And this year, I think they moved him over to a different position on the front line there.
Yep.
But he and Tommy's going to take over that senior position.
I think Caden's playing guard.
He's playing guard?
I think so.
Yeah, so Tommy will be at center. Seeley will be at guard. But I'm excited to see what I tell you this much, not having Coach Robertson out there coaching that offensive line is never a good thing, not having him out there.
Yeah.
But these coaches that we've brought in have learned a lot from Coach Robertson, and they've got some big shoes to fill. But the good thing is Coach Robertson is still going to be right here. They need to bounce some ideas off of him.
He's not far away.
He is going to be able to help contribute a little bit.
Yeah, Coach Robertson, not just schematically, just teaching-wise on the offensive line, but, he kind of built a brotherhood as almost a fraternity, that group. Not just the guys that are in school at the moment, but all the guys he's coached over the years. I've been around here since 2005, and he wasn't coaching football at the time, my first 3 or 4 years here, and then once he got back in from that point till now, all the kids that have went through his offensive line program at Cashion, like I said, it's like a fraternity.
Yeah.
They look at him like, he's family to them. He's a mentor, and I think I know Dud still stays in close contact with a long list of guys that
Yep.
he's coached here since that time.
Yeah, and Drew Baker, he jumps on with us on Cash and Wildcat TV a lot, and he talks about Coach Robertson, and it's almost
Yep.
like Coach Robertson is like you said, a family member.
Yep.
And if Coach Robertson says it, he does it. And there's reasons for that because Coach Robertson, he doesn't demand respect. He earns it. I think.
He's earned it. Yeah, I mean, he does things the right way, and he's just he's an easy guy to be around. And I don't know how many people know this, but he's a great teacher. Like in the classroom, the guy can teach.
Yeah.
Not just in his knowledge of what he's presenting to the students, but the way he goes about it. He's a great, develops relationships really well, deep relationships with students, and it's just we're very blessed to have Dud here for so long in this community, not just in the football program, but in this school community, and obviously in Cashion community at large, and he served on the city council. I mean, you can go on and on about the stuff he's done for our town and continues to do. So we'll miss him out here, but it's still good to see him around town, and
I
get to pop into bank every
earlier.
once in a while and have a cup of coffee and talk with him. So it's nice.
I saw him earlier. I said, Coach, since you're not going to be on the sideline as much, they said that you were going to be up in the booth with me.
Oh, yeah.
And you're going to be my color guy. And I'll and
That'd
he
be a
said,
hit.
no, my wife has a spot right next to her.
Yeah.
And she said I have to sit by her.
Yeah.
So-
He would be a hit on the microphone,
yeah,
man.
no
He
doubt.
really,
doubt.
it was something he'd be really good at. If just, like I said, his personality, his knowledge, his humor, he'd be really good doing that type of thing. But
Well, let's take a little bit of a break here, get some sponsors out there, do a little commercial, pay some bills. And if you want to join the CWTV family as a sponsor, you can go to Cash and Wildcat TV. So it's cashandwildcats.tv. If you go there, there's a red button there, I think it says, let me look at it and see, but you can go to that website and sign up to be a sponsor and get a lot of recognition. I mean, I can't remember how many viewers we've had over the last 4 years that we've done this, but I think it's close to 1 million, views. And so to pay, I think, $1,000 to get that much exposure, it's a really, really good opportunity for any business owner to jump on and sponsor. And it goes to a good cause. It helps the Cash and Wildcats really be able to do some of the things they do. So anyway, we'll jump over to a commercial break, and when the Cash and Wildcats get back on the field, we will jump back on. Thanks for tuning in to the 2023 Watermelon Feed and Scrimmage.
Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
Looking for a solution to your water well problem or just needing a new well drilled? Western Drilling does water well drilling and repair. They are experts in pumping system installation, troubleshooting, and repair. Western Drilling works with domestic, ag, and irrigation wells. Give them a call today and explore all the solutions. Western Drilling supports Cashion High School. Go Wildcats!
Stream with Oklahoma's #1 high school streaming service, Squirtle.tv. Find out more at Squirtle.com/stream.
Kyle and Gina Van Druff have the answers to all your real estate and insurance needs.
These guys will have you covered in a one-stop shopping experience. They are local agents, local supporters, and active in the Cashin community. They are also proud parents of past and present Cashin students. Kyle and Gina help their clients make the right choice. Don't wait till it's too late. Call 405-607-4300. Go Wildcats and number 88. Let's have a great year.
Walk it up, get you some.
Presenting Regato Ranch, located within the Cashin School District and offering homebuyers the experience of small town charm with a modern world of shopping, dining, and healthcare just minutes away. Situated east of Highway 74, Regato Ranch boasts 1-acre home sites with privacy and ample space to retire or raise a family.
To build your next home from the ground up or to inquire about new properties currently for sale, contact Brandon or Shannon Cotter with Iron Creek Homes and C7 Realty.
Come find your forever home at Regato Ranch.
And go Wildcats!
Founded by Jesse and Amy McCracken, Rural Pest Solutions is a Cashin-based, family-owned and operated company. Our focus is on providing the highest level of customer service while effectively treating many common invaders, including spiders, ants, roaches, mice, mosquitoes, fleas, ticks, and termites. Flexible scheduling and superior customer service are our top priority. Call us today to schedule your appointment. 405-283-6565.
At Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back, always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, and we are here to help.
Storm season is coming, people, and your first choice for roofing needs should be Rhino Roofing. Locally owned and operated, the Rhino specializes in all types of repair and replacement. Large scale, traditional, modern, unique roof lines, they can do it all. Protect your home and your family with the specialized services of Rhino Roofing. Visit our Facebook page today and make an appointment. Rhino Roofing is all the hype for any roof type.
All right, we are back to the 2023 Cashin Watermelon Feed and Scrimmage and a preseason show. This is Chris Gibson along with Chad Tishner. Like I said, Nima is at an awards banquet for his wife, Liz, and we are back to action with Cashin, and this is actually the varsity defense for the first time on the field. So here we go. Let's see what the Cashin varsity looks like. We talked about some younger kids maybe having to get out there and play. We have a few freshmen, but let's talk about some of the kids that you see from last year out there already.
Yeah, so right there, Drew Westerhoff, who came in last year on special teams as a little bit freshman out there and was tough kid, man. Made some plays. It was really fun to watch him, but steps up, makes a play there at left corner.
Yeah,
now
Ethan from that outside
and
backer
then,
position
Ethan comes in and cleans it up. But yeah, you got Timmy Jones there wearing number 9 at middle linebacker. Timmy's played a ton already. Timmy's a junior. And then, of course, we're talking about Caleb Duran, who's out there. number 44, who had a lot of experience as a freshman here at Cashin on a good team. Max Higdon's out there playing safety. So a lot of return, lots of experience out there. And the guys up front we haven't talked about yet, but a lot of those guys up there have experience as well. So it's good to see these guys back out here as, of course, Morrison comes out and, runs play action, a little slip screen across the middle, first play, of this scrimmage season to throw us off. But Cashin's done a good job of covering so far, and Morrison hasn't been able to do a whole lot yet.
Yeah, so you see up front, Juan Melendez. We haven't really said his name much yet, but that kid he's an impressive kid. Not only just as an athlete, looks like an athlete.
Yeah, big, good-looking kid.
Yeah, but very well-spoken kid. Will talk to you, look you in the eye, and I'm excited to see what he can bring to the table up on that front line. There he is, right there, coming across.
That's him coming across and making the play there.
And then you have Tommy there at nose guard. We saw him, got to talk with him earlier. Like when I was talking with him, he talked about last year and playing both ways on that front line, and he's excited this year. He said they've done a lot more conditioning this year than they did last year, and he thinks he's ready to really be able to contribute both ways a lot more than he did last year, just because he's in a little bit better shape.
And Dagan over there, Dagan struggled with injuries a lot last year, so it's good to see him back out here and healthy and bringing a lot of experience to that front line. Get there. Oh! Max all over it, just couldn't get his arm out and make the play, but he was all over that route. Actually got in front of the receiver, but just couldn't get a hand on the ball. But good job there by safety Max Higdon running down that deep flag route.
And we talked about the young kids that we'd see out on the football field, and I think we've seen. I saw Hank in there a while ago at defensive back. I've seen Kellen Smith out there.
Grayson Davis.
Grayson Davis out there. So lots of young freshmen and sophomore kids.
Riker's been out there too.
Austin Compton is heading out there, sophomore. So you're going to see a lot of youth on the football field for the Cashin Wildcats this year.
That's a good-looking athlete right here playing quarterback for Morrison.
Yeah, and he kind of put a move on Caleb there. Caleb got to break down and make that open field tackle, but it's easier said than done. And when you have a kid that's really elusive like that, it's hard to do, and that breakdown in defense right there it's gonna happen when you have inexperience and young kids. That's something that Coach Wood and the group on defense is going to be able to correct and get right as this team gets older and more experienced.
Yeah, I got a couple more substitutions up front. Looks like Matthew Stockton is getting his first time out there on the line. Also, I think Travis Lawful-Holtz as well over there on the right side is in on the line. So
who is number? Oh, that's Juan up there.
Yeah, and Juan's up there as well.
And Morrison, I've never seen Morrison this spread out before.
Oh, yeah.
They must be trying. Is there a new coach in Morrison this year?
No, not really. I mean, it's a lot of the same faces down there that have been around forever. A flag on the field on that. I think we get a hold as he ran out. But no, a lot of same faces down there. I see Corey Bales down there. His son's down there with him. I see Joe Sindelar hanging out. He's another legend. Morrison coaching legend. Put a lot of state championships up on the wall. So, no, maybe they're just
trying something
exploring some new horizons, man.
I've never
like I said, first play, they drop back and do a little slip screen across the middle. I'm like, what are we doing?
Yeah. Maybe they're trying to throw Shaq off.
Yeah.
Maybe they know Shaq knows
exactly.
that offense really well, so maybe they're throwing something different at him. Which Coach Shackelford, if you don't know, that's where he went to school, won 4 state championships, I think, there. Played
another
quarterback.
hold on the line, so got to stay out wide. Oh, man, this is a good-looking kid right here. I mean, he's a big, strong kid. It's going to come back on another hold.
Yeah, and I'm not sure who is that got – who is 30? We don't have 30 on our roster.
Yeah, like I said, we have a game roster they sent us, but I'm sure it doesn't.
Maybe is that I wonder if that's Rival
back.
Fields. I don't see him on the
I thought he's on there. Rival's 26 on here, but like I said, it may not be correct. Who knows? So, yeah, so, we've talked about it before, but Lynn grew up in Morrison, played at Morrison. I coached at Morrison. That's my first head coaching job was at Morrison for 3 years. John Hardaway was did his student teaching at Morrison and was an assistant coach there while I was coaching there. Then, of course, John came back and was a head coach there at Morrison. So a lot of ties between the two schools in that sense. Ooh, nice play hitting the gap. Another flag down here. Timmy, man, he almost made that play. He was all over it, but just couldn't make the tackle. 2 flags down. I'm not sure what those were. I didn't really see much, but I'm guessing blocking the back maybe this far down the field. I didn't see a face mask or anything. But.
Yeah, and,
yep.
you know.
Another hold.
We talked about it a little bit. I talked about it a little bit with Max and a little bit with Tommy. But, you know, the numbers that we have seen over the last probably 5 years of, you know, having maybe 40 kids on the team a few times that is not the case this year. I think total, they said we have around 26, 27 kids this year.
Well, I put the roster together today. I counted 32. So I was curious, pulled out last year's roster, the final roster I had, and it was also 32. So exact same number as what I had last year. Now, that may not be exactly right, but like I said, that final roster I had going into the end of the season was the same number we have on the initial roster here.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, I see your point. You know, I mean, 4 or 5 years ago, we had 55 kids out for football, so which Class A is unheard of. So, you know, it's not what we've seen before here. You know, like I said, when you're in the 50s, but 32 is not terrible for our size of school either. So I think I mean, what do you think? 40, 45 is kind of maybe 40 is kind of an average number. Yeah, Class A, our size school.
But you look over at Morrison, and they don't have.
Yeah, same,
I mean, they're about like what we are right now as far as numbers wise. We may even have a little bit.
Even Perry. I mean, Perry's a bigger school than we are, class above us, and they, you know, they're look like about the same. So
yeah.
But I kind of expected our numbers to be way smaller than last year, but they ended up being about the same.
I think as far as freshman weighted is a lot heavier this year.
Oh yeah,
lower classmen a lot more than
classes,
this year.
Yep.
Because you had a pretty big you know, group of seniors last year that contributed a lot with, you know, Vandriff and Maroney and Cotter,
Brown,
and Brown. You had a lot of really names that had been there for a long time.
Right. Last
year, this year, you know, really Tommy is probably the only upperclassman that and Seeley really contributed a lot, you know, out on the football field. Max jumped in last year a few times.
Yeah, and like I said, Dagan played a lot. I mean, he battled injuries, but Dagan was, you know, a big part of that line last year. Dagan Lloyd and but you know, we'll see. And I believe Benson Walton is hurt. I don't believe he's playing tonight. Is that right?
Yeah, Benson. Yeah, I saw him up
he's hurt.
Doing some filming up top.
One of the seniors.
If you haven't seen that kid yet, you're going to see him and go, yeah, he's a football player.
Yeah, he's a big boy, good-looking kid. And so we'll see. Here we go on offense. So it'll be the debut at quarterback for Mr. Ethan Waswo. So be a good look at him. And
yeah, I'm excited to see him, see what he can do. You know, we had Chance Acord was here last year. He's wound up going to, I think he moved. He's going to Stillwater, I believe.
Sure, yep.
Good luck to him. It was fun watching him play, and we're going to miss him. But, man, I'm excited to see what we can do on the offensive side of the football with Ethan back there at quarterback. Right there, a little shovel, you know,
jet
pass forward.
I think that's incomplete, right?
That is incomplete. Hey, we learned about that, right, in the state championship game of 2021, right?
But they cost us a yard there on that. I think that should be incomplete, but I would need Nima here to clarify that for me.
Do you remember the play in the state championship game that it was a play just like that, hit the ground, and it was
we were all over it, though. We were all over it, man. We were all over it.
That's right. And you do see a lot of freshmen lined up on the out there at receivers and a lot of the skill positions. You're going to see some younger kids out there, but
Looked like Matt tried, or Matt, Dad. Ethan tried
Matt
to get
it. I bet he'd still get out there
Yeah,
and play.
he'd probably get her done. But Ethan tried to get out wide right there and just got caught up from behind. And I think that's what you're going to see a lot. You're going to see a lot of motion. You're going to see a lot of misdirection. You're going to see Ethan running the ball a lot. He can throw it as well, but he's a big, strong kid who can get out and run the football. So there's more motion right there as they hand it off to Westerhoff. That jet action again.
Yeah, and Westerhoff is one of those kids, like you said, he's not the big or real big kid, but the kid goes 100 miles an hour and is not afraid to, to hit.
Broke 2 tackles right there before they got him down.
Yeah, and Ethan, last year, if you don't know, I mean, he went over to he was playing in Kingfisher last year. He's back this year to Cashin. And like I said, there's family things that go on with different kids, but, man, he was here in 8th grade, played quarterback, 7th and 8th grade, played quarterback, did a great job. The thing about Ethan Waswell is he's a hard worker.
Yep.
He goes to a lot of different football camps. He's been to a lot of showcases. He puts a ton of time and effort in the weight room. He's another kid, if you walk by him, you definitely can tell he's a football player.
Right.
And I'm excited to see what he can bring to the table once they get rolling on the offensive side of the football.
Oh, bad snap there. Not sure what happened on that exchange. Looked like the ball never really got past Tommy's feet, so I'm not sure if it got hit or what. Cashin having a hard time here, kind of getting the wheels rolling right now.
Maddox is playing center, so him and Tommy are
there
centers.
you go.
I'm going to stay on them. There's a bad snap. I'm going to let them know about it.
We're going to take off here. He's got some room.
Sometimes, like right there, at least he got his head around, got his shoulders squared up, was looking down the field. If he could have saw somebody, I think he might have been able to pull the trigger. But a lot of times it's better just pull that football down, get the yardage. And I think what he pick up maybe 5 yards there after.
He got 5 or 6 probably.
Play.
And it's right now it's just getting a clean snap and getting that exchange down. That didn't look like it was a terrible snap. It's just like maybe Ethan didn't get keep his eyes on it all the way in and kind of tipped it around, hit the ground, had to pick it up, take off. So they'll get it figured out.
Yeah,
just getting going.
With Tommy being first year playing center, a young quarterback.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, it's going to take a little time
they've never really worked together.
No.
I mean, age-wise, that would have never happened in junior high even. So, just like I said, work in progress, and they'll get it worked out.
Yeah, Maddox and his buddy Ryder, I think he's playing quarterback this year. I think they work on their snaps almost every day.
Yeah.
And that's what it takes. You gotta put the work in, getting that chemistry down with your quarterback. If you're a center, and Tommy's one of those kids that he's going to put the time in, the effort in, and Ethan is too, to get that down and get the chemistry down. Looked like right there, Ethan kind of let that one sail a little bit.
Yeah, just sailed and let him on. But he had Max there on a little skinny post, and just kind of, like I said, first real true pass of the scrimmage, and just kind of lost that one and got a little above Max's reach. There you go. And that's what you're going to see a lot of right there, I think, just to keep people honest. And the kid can definitely run the football. You talk about him playing, quarterback in junior high, and my youngest son, he was playing football in 8th grade, and Ethan was a year younger in 7th grade, and in 7th grade he was still probably the biggest kid on the football team, playing quarterback. And he, we lived off that right there. Ethan tucking that thing and heading for the tackle and tackling and getting outside and making a play. So he's definitely accustomed to it. Oof.
Yeah, that time kid got through the line there, just able to get back there and almost take the ball from the quarterback. But
Westerhoff had no shot right there.
Yep. And we'll see a little bit different offense than what we've probably seen in the past with Cash. And if anybody watching that has been Cashin fans for a long time, if you remember Jeremy Seaton, Jeremy Seaton was a lot like Ethan, big, tall, just strong kid that could put his head down and make plays.
Yep.
And that's going to be kind of what you're going to see from Ethan a lot this year. And
Ethan definitely more of a
bruiser.
Well, no. Jeremy, I think way more of a true bruiser.
Yeah.
Jeremy, he didn't grow up as a quarterback. As Ethan has, and he goes to camps. I mean, Ethan to me got way more of a complete, quote unquote quarterback game, and just way more natural throwing the football than Jeremy was. But boy, you did not want to meet Mr. Seaton going downhill.
Right.
I saw many of high school defensive backs just pretty much bow out and say, "Go ahead, buddy."
Decisions.
Yeah, they made great business decisions. But Ethan's got the ability to get downhill and run over some people as well.
Yeah, and him throwing the football, and we haven't seen that many connections. But man, when you've got youth, when you've got young kids at the quarterback position and at the receiver position, it's going to take some time, and it's going to take a lot of gelling and a lot of chemistry building. And we keep talking about the skill level of these kids, and we know what they're capable of. The ceiling's really high,
right?
And it's hard when you get out here. We talked about it. I think during our commercial break, I said, "Man, scrimmage is just offense is just never fun to watch,
right?
Just because it's just rough. They're still learning the offense. They're still putting things together. Their quarterback and center are still gelling, trying to. But you said it in 2020." Cash and Wildcats and Pawhuska, I don't think anybody had trouble scoring.
Looked like the eighth game of the season.
Those kids were all seniors, juniors and
yeah,
seniors,
yeah.
And they had played, and they'd played together for these kids being freshmen and sophomores that are thrown out there and starting at the varsity level. It's going to take a few years. By the time these kids get to be juniors and seniors, it's going to be a lot different. Look on the offensive side of the football.
Yeah, and like we talked about earlier, I mean, when you're, I don't care how old you are. There's a good connection right there to Max. It's a little low. Max got a knee down, but I don't care how old you are when it's your first time out there.
Yeah.
Defensively, to me, it's always easier. You don't have the chemistry that you have to develop.
You just fly to the football.
I mean, yeah. You don't have a snap. You don't have like that the connection we got there with Ethan and Max. It took 2 or 3 of those before we finally got one, but yeah, it's just going to take more time. It's going to take more time where, you don't just get around, fly around, and hit people.
Yep.
I mean, and so we'll see. It'll develop, and they'll get there. And I even think as you go through these sessions this evening, you'll see by that last session, I think we'll be, clicking a lot more than we did on that first one.
And that's why you have these scrimmages, just to really get some of these butterflies out. Put some film on, put some tape together to learn from and see what you can do to get better. And that's what kind of where we're at right now. We'll jump over since this is going to I think Perry and Morrison are jumping out there real quick. Let's take another little break. We'll get some more commercials, and then we'll jump back on and we'll talk about some of the schedule for this year.
Yeah, schedule. We can do a little district talk. How things are going to change
like.
in the next year, and they got some changes on the horizon in Class A and 2A football, so we can go over all that too.
All right. Well, thank you guys for joining us on the preseason show, Watermelon Feed Scrimmage. Stay tuned. Watch a few of the commercials. Support some of our sponsors, and we will be back shortly when the Cash and Wildcats hit the football field again.
Wiggins, Sewell, and Ogletree is dedicated to championing our clients through complicated and challenging litigations. We pride ourselves on a proven track record of success brought forth by fierce litigation skills. The lawyers and staff of our firm are dedicated to effective and personalized representation for every client who entrusts our service. Uncompromising integrity, unparalleled results. Call Wiggins, Sewell, and Ogletree, 405-232-1211.
Todd Miller, and this is Grain and Grange. Still the coolest furniture store you've never heard of. Come see us.
At Water Heater Man, we specialize in repairing and replacing all water heaters. We service the OKC Metro and surrounding towns with fast, reliable service. We keep our vans fully stocked with essential parts needed for basic repairs, and new tanks are always on the vans ready to go. We offer free estimates on all jobs with financing options available. We match manufacturer's warranty for all newly replaced water heaters. We'll get your water heater back up and running as fast as possible so you don't have to put your life on hold waiting for service. Give us a call today, 405-844-TANK. That's 405-844-8265. Go Wildcats!
Support your school's booster club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers. Talk about a win-win. Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
For 31 years and counting, Community State Bank has taken great pride in being your hometown bank. With branches located in Cashin, Dover, and Hennessy, CSB strives to reflect the small-town hospitality these communities are known for. Our friendly staff is here to serve you and provide one of the best banking experiences around, equipping our customers with the latest in banking technology combined with a personal, down-home relationship. Come into one of our local branches or visit us at www.mycsb.com. Community State Bank, small-town banking, the way it should be. Member FDIC.
What would you do if you only had one life to live? Well, that's kind of how this whole thing works. So bite off more than you can chew. Don't wait for someone else's green light. Go after what they say you can't. Oklahoma needs more doers, and doers don't wait. Get skilled, get paid. Oklahoma Career Tech.
Back to school. Now your worries about the kids going over on their data plans are back. Mom and Dad, this is for you. Right now, make the switch to Pioneer's unlimited data plans. Don't let data overages and high cell phone bills be something you stress about this school year. We have a plan for everyone. Let Pioneer handle your worries by stopping at a local office today to learn how you can save. Visit gopioneer.com for details. Some restrictions may apply.
Cashin FBC is a church seeking to grow in Christ and our love for the body of Christ. With ministries from children to youth to adults, we strive to present the gospel in an engaging and meaningful way. Sunday school meets at 9:45 a.m. and worship starts at 11 a.m. Children and youth meet on Wednesdays at 6 p.m. Please check our website at cashinfbc.org for more information, and we hope to see you this Sunday, located a half-mile east of Cashin.
Absolute Pools, Lawns, and Landscape is not your ordinary pool builder. From traditional to exotic and anything in between, our staff offers paramount quality and service through the entire design and build process. We provide service to the entire OKC Metro and surrounding towns. So relax, knowing our team is wholeheartedly committed to building a trusting and lasting relationship with you. Visit us on Facebook or give us a call today at 405-285-9729. Absolute Pools, Lawns, and Landscape.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
Looking for a solution to your water well problem or just needing a new well drilled? Western Drilling does water well drilling and repair. They are experts in pumping system installation, troubleshooting, and repair. Western Drilling works with domestic, ag, and irrigation wells. Give them a call today and explore all the solutions. Western Drilling supports Cashin High School. Go Wildcats!
Stream with Oklahoma's #1 high school streaming service, Squirtle.tv. Find out more at Squirtle.com/stream.
Kyle and Gina Van Druff have the answers to all your real estate and insurance needs. These guys will have you covered in a one-stop shopping experience. They are local agents, local supporters, and active in the Cashin community. They are also proud parents of past and present Cashin students. Kyle and Gina help their clients make the right choice. Don't wait till it's too late. Call 405-607-4300. Go Wildcats and number 88. Let's have a great year.
Walk it up, get you some.
All right, welcome back to the Cashin Watermelon Feed 2023 and Scrimmage. And Chad and I are just going to break down. We got Perry and Morrison still out there, so we're going to try to break down a little bit of the schedule. We don't have the cool graphics that Nima usually has for us because, like I said, Nima is out there supporting his wife tonight, and we are not near as talented as Nima Nabavi. So we're just going to talk through the schedule a little bit. So just a rundown. We have August 25th. We're going to play at Rejoice Christian. September 1st, we will play Pawhuska. That's going to be the first home game of the season. September 8th will be a home game versus Thomas.
In September, on Friday night, just come to the football field. We got home game every night. We're home the whole month.
September is my birthday month, and
there you go.
Every weekend of September we have a home football game. Besides the last one.
Well, we
have a bye.
But we're not on the road on the 29th either.
That's right. So September 15th, like you said, another home game versus Walters. That's going to be homecoming. September 22nd will be Minko, which I think Minko will be our first district game at home. September 29th, we will have a bye. October 6th will be at Watonga. October 12th will be a Thursday night, and that will be versus CHA. I think we're going to play a couple of Thursday games.
Yep,
October 19th, you're going to play a Thursday game at Woodward. I think a lot of the Thursday games are happening because there is a shortage of officials.
Yep.
So if you want to be an official, they will take you with open arms and teach you up, train you up, and put you out there on a Friday night. October 27th will be a home game versus Hinton. And November 3rd, the last game of the season, will be at Crescent. And that's going to be a fun game. Just looking at that schedule, Chad, kind of what things are you looking forward to, and what things are you, what kind of season do you think we're going to have? I'm going to switch it back. We are back out there on offense.
Or on offense. So, well, you look at it, it's tough opening it up. You got, a couple 2A opponents right out of the gate.
That aren't just scrums.
No, we're not talking like bottom feeders in 2A. So get tested there, great experience, and main thing, get out healthy. Those first 2 weeks we got to get out healthy and take that experience we have and then use that experience throughout the rest of this schedule. Think we got a shot, in our district to compete every night. That district, man, I couldn't tell you what's going to happen in that district.
So our district, give a rundown of
so here's your district. Yes, it's Cashin, Crescent, CHA, Watonga, Hinton, Minko. And it's only a 6-team district, and it is
wide open.
I mean, it's so very interesting to see how that shakes out. To me, you look at that, and we're going to get towards that 7th week of the season, and it's going to be a battle for that 3rd and 4th spot, probably is what I'm guessing, to get into the playoffs. So
you might have somebody that maybe kind of gets out there in front of the pack.
Right, yeah. Like I said, you get late in the season. Somebody's going to probably evolve into kind of a front runner in that conference.
Two, three, four seeds. There's going to be.
Get there, Max. Got it. Deep ball connection. Nice. Oh, just couldn't break away, but nice ball there.
Hey, Max told me, he said his dream is Friday nights catching football, down the field, go for touchdown. And right there, he almost had it. Kid did a good job of not giving up on
let's give credit to Ethan there. We didn't mention it, but threw pretty much a pick six the play before, and then drops back. Yeah, I mean that's what you want to see, man. He no fear there, drops back, sets some pocket, and drops a dime deep down the middle of the field to Max Higdon. So that's the best thing about that play in my mind. Back to the district, though. Yeah, I mean, we're going to get late. It's going to be a war. There's probably going to be a pretty good football team finish fifth and not go to the playoffs. That's the bad thing about this conference, with there only being 6 teams, but all 6 teams being really, pretty competitive. So, key for as I look at it, like I said, first 2 games are going to be tough. One of which is on the road against 2 pretty good 2A opponents. We got to get out healthy, take that experience and get on down the road and apply it. But past that, look at the schedule. We got some good stuff going on too. The first home game is Legends Night. There's going to be a lot of guys coming back. They're going to honor some folks there. That's going to be pretty cool. And then the second home game on the 8th is our, which is always fun to me. I love how they do it here. And I hope it sticks. It seems like it's going to stick. We've been doing it now 3 or 4 years, but it's that Rough Rider Military Appreciation Night where we break out the Rough Rider uniforms and kind of go through that whole Rough Rider story.
Just
pretty cool deal.
Honors Roy Cashin, who the town of Cashin's named after. He was a Rough Rider, and it's if you haven't experienced a Rough Rider night, it's something to come, be a part of, and listen to the history and see the kids really honor Roy Cashin, the Rough Riders.
Hey, and the community,
night.
man.
It's a military night, too.
Yeah, man, you honor the military, and the community's really started, that's right there, where the community's really embraced that whole thing, and the team and the coaches, and it's really a cool deal. So yeah, if you haven't really been here for that, show up that night. It's a fun time, and then the next Friday's homecoming. So we go 4 home games in September. The first 3 of which have some sort of festivities going on. So it's going to be a fun September here in Cashin, during football season with those 3 nights going on. So, man, trying to make a prediction right now, it's just so hard with the conference and the way things have shaken out with that 16 conference, which is very odd in and of itself, having a 16 conference. And then with that balance, like I said, it's a pretty neat deal, and it makes for a really fun, exciting, competitive season.
Yeah, I mean, just going through, looking, Minko has always been a really good football team. They've got a really good coaching staff, and their culture there is just winning, And then you have Watonga. They've had some really good athletes over the last few years. I think their numbers are down a little bit from what I've heard, but, man, they always come out and scrap. You have CHA. We battled with them last year. They have they're located in Dale City.
Yeah,
They've got a lot of kids that go to that are going to be really good athletes. Yep. They're going to be a tough team to play. Hinton, I don't know what they feed kids in Hinton, but every year they have
like they're 25 years old,
massive kids, that are just tough. They're going to be a tough out. And then Crescent, they've had a last year I think that was the second time they've beaten us in maybe 12 years or something. And so they're kind of riding high going into this season, and because I think they may have lost a few kids, but I think they have some expectation this year, maybe doing a little better than what they have in the past. And so like you said, it is not going to be easy for any of these games. It's going to be competitive games every single night on Friday nights when you get to the district play.
And no different than last year. I mean, we got down to the end, and I mean, it was.
Yep.
I mean, we know who's going to finish where going into last week, So I wouldn't be shocked if we're in that same situation, or like you said, maybe somebody takes hold and kind of takes off and becomes a front runner in the conference and leaves the other 5 to battle for those 3 spots. But in some way, shape, or form, I'm guaranteed we'll get down there. It's gonna be a war. Nice run right there by Ethan.
Yeah, good solid run right off that right side.
Knocking on the door. I don't know how many plays we got left in this session, but hopefully we can sneak one in right here. Have we seen the touchdown yet?
I don't think so.
We saw one in the JV, and I don't think we've seen one in varsity yet.
No, I think, there would have been a pick 6.
That would have been, yeah. They haven't seen an
touchdown.
offensive touchdown, but they blow the whistle pretty quick on turnovers.
Yeah.
So,
but yeah, like you said, I mean, I'm 100% with you, and I think Christina, Tommy's mom, she works in my office, and her concern is yours. Same concern with those first 2 games against Rejoice, Christian, and Pawhuska is just, we got to get out healthy. Those big boys up front have got to stay healthy because they're going to be kind of what makes or breaks us. Your linemen, and we're not that deep at that position as far as, I mean, we've got some young kids there that can fill in, but when you're looking at, experience and depth there, we're not that deep.
I mean, it's Class A football, man. I mean, you look at it, no different right here. I mean, just watching Morrison, watching Perry. I mean, they're not running in 5 or 6 guys. So, I mean, maybe 1 or 2 are subbing in, but for the most part, it's the same guys out there every play. Almost the same guys on both sides of the ball.
Yep.
And so that's just, we've been a little spoiled here in Cashion for a while to even have, we've had a few years where we almost didn't have anybody going both ways. And
you had maybe
but
1 or 2.
I mean, that's typical for Class A. I mean, most people are going to have guys that go both ways. So, you got to stay healthy. It's the name of the game. Nice read right there. That's the way to pull it down and get in the end zone. That a boy.
Touchdown for the Cashion Wildcats there, and that's the first touchdown for the Cashion Wildcats, and I think first touchdown for any offensive squad
tonight, varsity-wise.
So a great job by Ethan, like you said, reading that. They jumped Max Higdon kind of on a slant there, left a wide open lane for Ethan to pull it down.
And a lot better possession there. We talked about, just seeing the growth not only but just the growth tonight already. Just the second offensive possession looks a lot smoother. I know we threw the pick, what would have been maybe a pick 6 there early, but, jumped right back on the horse. And from that point on, mixed it up, threw the ball, ran the ball, and looked pretty smooth, moving it down the field against, Morrison, who's a quality Class A opponent for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, and I talked about Minko being a successful team, year in and year out. Morrison is another one of those.
Oh, yeah.
And we, like you said, there's a lot of ties to Morrison, so we always get to see them in the preseason scrimmages, and it's always a battle with them in the preseason scrimmages. And it's a lot of times we talked about their offense. They usually run that wing tee, and it is hard to stop when you do not prepare for the wing tee. I can remember, I think it was a 2021. I think my parents were here at that scrimmage, the watermelon feed, that scrimmage, and my dad, I remember after that scrimmage, my dad was like, man, y'all are going to struggle this year against, did you see Morrison move the ball on them? And I was like, Dad, did you see the offense they run? Yeah. I don't think we prepared for it.
Not
and then we wound up only losing 1 game the rest of the year, and Dad's like, okay, y'all be all right.
Scrimmage is a whole different deal. You're not game planning. You're not prepping. You're just showing up, doing your stuff, working on you, and sometimes that can be difficult when somebody does run. It's pretty specific, rare type scheme. So,
yeah, and I want to see our defense. I think our defensive backs. I think across the board, everybody but Max is a sophomore or freshman.
Yep.
We don't have one senior back there. Max is a lone upperclassman.
Yep.
So we have
got three freshmen out there right now, a sophomore and a junior. 3 freshmen. I think I'm seeing 3 freshmen right now. Yeah,
so
3 freshmen, a sophomore, and a junior.
Kellen Smith, Grayson Davis. You have Austin Compton, and then Max Higdon and Riker.
Yeah.
So you got lots of youth out there on the defensive side of the football in that backfield.
Yep. And just couldn't wrap. Good. Ooh, nice stick by Austin. But good news is the kids running in and off the field on and off the field right now. There's 1 kid that won't be back next year. So every other kid running in, we ran in 4 or 5 right there, I think. So you're like 14, 15 kids getting experience, and you're losing 1. So it says a lot about the future down the road. And yeah, like I said, and very exciting to see these youngsters get out there and compete this year.
Yeah, and that's the thing, and that's what Tommy said. He said, the thing is, we're going to give every bit of effort we have.
Yep.
He said, you come support us, we're going to give every bit of effort. If you've got young kids on the football field, you might struggle.
Yep.
It might not be fun. But what I'm excited about is the ceiling of what you have.
Yep.
Good break on the ball there. Good job by who's that? Austin?
That's Austin Compton. Yeah, he's had a good series right here. Had a good hit on the scramble while the quarterback made while ago, and then breaks up that pass attempt. So, yeah, nice series for the sophomore right now.
There was a hold, so.
Yep. A lot of holds being called, which you would definitely expect.
Yeah,
in
and you got
the
it.
First scrimmage of the season.
And across there on the linebacking core, you got another freshman over there. Number 30 is Rival Fields. Yep. Then you got 9, which is a junior, Jones, right? Is that
Timmy Jones, number Jones? 9 tonight. Yep.
He's not on our roster, but
and then Caleb Duran here, another junior. Yep. And then the flats, good job. That pass may have been completed right there, but once again, Compton right where he needs to be. I mean, if that kid catches the ball, he's going to make the play. It's going to be a 2 or 3 yard gain. Timmy was underneath, forced a high throw, but Compton was right behind it, ready to shut it down even if it was complete. So everybody where they're supposed to be looked good.
Yeah, and the thing is, like I said, I keep going back to this, but you got youth on the field, but there's a lot of talent.
For sure.
And you get these kids, and another thing they do not lack in this freshman group is confidence.
Confidence, yeah.
They are not scared to get out there and run around the football field. Ooh, the quarterback took his own play.
Yeah,
I don't know what happened.
Matthew kind of blew it up down the middle and then caused a collision.
Yeah. Yep. Throwing their rhythm off, and they were able to get them in the backfield. But, yeah, that young group, that freshman, sophomore group, you look at between Ethan and Kellen and Grayson and Riker and Rival, those type of kids are just, they exude confidence. They want on the field. They want to get out there and play and give effort. And that goes a long way. Carlos is another one that's very confident kid that works hard, and they get out there and work hard too, and that's going to make a big difference.
Good job, Caleb. That's the way to stay wide. And Austin there to clean it up again. Good job. Good job. Everybody, a little option game there from Perry and Cashin, spot on all their assignments and took care of business. Gave up a couple, but nothing big.
Yeah, and that right there, you saw him come down, and like you said, good job going to that quarterback by Caleb. He did what he was supposed to do. Made him make a little bit.
Yeah, made him make a choice.
But his angle wasn't perfect. That's called first scrimmage, first time getting out there going against live action. Whenever he gets that angle down, he's going to blow that play up in the backfield.
But great job. I mean, that's your safety and your outside linebacker working together right there. I mean, like I said, right this early in the season, I can't ask much more than that.
Yeah, those assignments, just seeing them there at where they need to be. Good job, Max, coming downhill.
Making plays. Got to wrap up. Yeah, that's, I think, right there, as you see another line change coming in here, six guys coming in. Yeah. But, I think that might be the biggest question mark. I don't really worry about the athleticism part of it defensively, like playing the option game or, athletically covering the deep ball or whatever. But, we'll see how these young guys of that physical run game, being able to step up and plug holes and fill gaps and wrap and make plays. I think that's going to be the toughest part for this defense is just the physicality of somebody really just coming right downhill at your face, old school wise. So, but we've shown tonight that athletically, I think we're very, very capable.
Yeah, and that's a big thing is, as athletic and talented as a kid can be, when you are, 15 years old, and you're going against an 18-year-old kid
with a beard,
beard. I mean, that just like you said, that physicality, just weight, on somebody, just meeting them in the hole, what's going to happen there. I mean, we
Right.
saw it with Caden Harrell. How many times did he just smoke people, run them over? And I mean, he was talented, don't get me wrong, but just because he was so much bigger.
Yeah.
We're going to run into that this year. Size-wise, we're not going to be able to match up like we have in the past, and they're just going to have to make up for that with effort.
Right.
You know, and,
and
being where you need to be, flying to the football, gang tackling.
It's one of those deals you got to kind of start. Well, we're going to have to start walking some of those safeties up, for a little extra support, and then you make yourself vulnerable on the back end. And so it's just a decision you got to make. But like that last, one of the 2 or 3 plays ago, I mean, Max is screaming downhill from the get-go on the run, and which is great. Max is aggressive, and he's going to go help, in the run game there and help make plays. But at the same time, a little play action there, boot, and we're in trouble in the back end.
Yep.
So, you just got to balance it out, and they'll learn to do that. And then time heals everything, man, as these guys get bigger, stronger, and older.
And Coach Shackelford, I've talked to him a few times throughout the last year, and he talked about it in 2020, 2021, even in 19. He's like, I didn't have to coach that hard, because I had kids that were just that much better than other kids that were on the football field and that had experience.
Right.
I didn't have to, have to coach.
Yep.
This year, I mean, you're seeing it a lot. I mean, I think these kids have been going, and working out in the mornings on their own. Then they come practice. Then they come back for film.
Yep.
Coaches have been up here really looking at film, trying to put game plans together, trying to put things together and make things, trying to fit the puzzle pieces together.
Yep.
And with what they have this year, if they make it to the playoffs, it's going to be a great coaching job.
Getting to the playoffs too, it's just, that's one of the skills now all football coaches tell you is, I mean, that's kind of the way you build that's how you build a program in the first instance, because you're playing extra football, you're practicing extra football, you get to extend your seasons. We've had kids go to school here for 4 years in the past that have basically played a full extra season of football than some other kids in the state.
Yep.
And just, like I said, this team getting that extra week of practice or two, hopefully, and getting that, that experience to play in the playoff game and what that means and how that works. And all those things are really important, but it's one step at a time. I mean, I think right now these coaches probably don't give two hills of beans about the playoffs right now, and it's just, hey, like you said, it's every practice session, it's every film session, and it's trying to just take this thing one step at a time, and play for the long game.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, we have Morrison and Perry back out there, so let's take a quick break. We might come back and kind of do a wrap-up. I'm not sure if we've kind of gone twice on offense, twice on defense. We'll see if we play one more session on each, and if we do, we'll come back. Either way, we'll come back, do a little wrap-up, but if we jump back on, we'll stay on as long as they're going to go. And we appreciate you guys tuning in to Cash and Wildcat TV, to the 2023 Watermelon Feed and Scrimmage. And we will be back shortly after these messages.
Presenting Regato Ranch, located within the Cashin School District and offering homebuyers the experience of small town charm with the modern world of shopping, dining, and healthcare just minutes away. Situated east of Highway 74, Regato Ranch boasts 1-acre home sites with privacy and ample space to retire or raise a family.
To build your next home from the ground up or to inquire about new properties currently for sale, contact Brandon or Shannon Cotter with Iron Creek Homes and C7 Realty.
Come find your forever home at Regato Ranch.
And go Wildcats!
Founded by Jesse and Amy McCracken, Rural Pest Solutions is a Cashion-based, family-owned and operated company. Our focus is on providing the highest level of customer service while effectively treating many common invaders, including spiders, ants, roaches, mice, mosquitoes, fleas, ticks, and termites. Flexible scheduling and superior customer service are our top priority. Call us today to schedule your appointment. 405-283-6565.
At Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back, always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, and we are here to help.
Storm season is coming, people, and your first choice for roofing needs should be Rhino Roofing. Locally owned and operated, the Rhino specializes in all types of repair and replacement. Large scale, traditional, modern, unique roof lines, they can do it all. Protect your home and your family with the specialized services of Rhino Roofing. Visit our Facebook page today and make an appointment. Rhino Roofing is all the hype for any roof type.
Wiggins, Sewell, and Ogletree is dedicated to championing our clients through complicated and challenging litigations. We pride ourselves on a proven track record of success brought forth by fierce litigation skills. The lawyers and staff of our firm are dedicated to effective and personalized representation for every client who entrusts our service. Uncompromising integrity, unparalleled results. Call Wiggins, Sewell, and Ogletree, 405-232-1211.
I'm Todd Miller, and this is Grain and Grange, still the coolest furniture store you've never heard of. Come see us.
All right, we are back in Cashion tonight at the Watermelon Feed and Scrimmage. This is the 2023 season, and we are excited. It's football season in Oklahoma, and man, I'm just glad to be able to see a couple of teams out here knocking heads together and getting going. It's going to be an exciting season. I know we've got some young kids, and it may be we don't have the expectation that we've had in the past, but it's still Cashion, it's still football, and we've got kids that are going to get out there and give every bit of effort. And who knows? Let's see what happens and see the thing is about Cashion is we know how to win and know how to get to get the best out of those kids,
for sure.
and these kids love it, and that's all they know, and it's going to be a fun season. Sorry you guys had to watch me and Chad a while ago. I thought I went to commercial, so you got to watch it. Thank you, Maddox, for letting me know. But we're jumping back on here. I'm not sure. Chad said a while ago, I said, I don't know if we're going to get back out there or not, but Cashion Wildcats are still out here on the sideline while Perry and Morrison are finishing up. And so I'm betting we're going to get some more Cashion Wildcat action. When we do, we'll cut back over to that. But we were just going to kind of go over some of the districts here in Class 3A or Class A, and there's going to be some good teams again this year that were good last year.
Yep.
So Fairview won the state championship last year in Class A football, and they're going to be another contender this year. They have. So they have a 8-team district.
Yeah, they have the regular 8.
Yep.
They're in that Northwest District 1 up there every year. Not sure how strong it is. I know Hooker's been pretty good. I think they were pretty young last year, so I would guess they'll be back and pretty competitive. Really, looking past that, Tom's kind of been down a little bit. I don't see Fairview having really any issues in District 1
they're going to kind of sail through that district.
Now Fairview did lose. I mean, they lost a lot of beef. They got a lot of skilled kids back, but up front, they lost pretty much all the big guys. So I'm sure they'll find a way to fill some holes. But I think they won't have any problem in District 1.
Yeah, I think that that District 5 group is going to be another a tough group. They've got an 18 district there. It's Pawnee, Morrison, Woodland, Hominy. You got Chelsea, OK Union, Tonkawa. Tonkawa's going to be good. Pawnee's going to be good. Morrison's going to be good. Hominy, that's going to be a tough.
You just take that group of Pawnee, Morrison, Woodland, Hominy, Tonkawa. That's some old school North Central Oklahoma rivalries right there. So a lot of rivals and a lot of history there, and it goes back generations. So that's always fun to see that group always together.
Yeah, and I think was it Colcord that beat? Who was it that beat Ringling last year and had a really good squad and wound up.
I think it was Colcord.
They lost in the semis.
I believe.
They lost to
Gore or Fairview.
Gore? I think they lost to Fairview.
Fairview, yeah.
But they're going to be another team that's going to be competing. I don't think they lost as much as
I'm not sure. I just got to see him in basketball a couple times. Man, some big kids that look like real deal and going back to looking like you're 25 years old with a beard. I mean, they had a few guys that, look beyond their years.
Yeah.
We're back.
And looks like Cashion is
back on
out
offense.
there on offense, going against Morrison. And, let's see this third time around on offense, see if we're clicking a little bit better, see if the offense or the, center and quarterback aren't gelling a little bit here. And kind of see
a little
what
different
we got
look
going.
here. Trips left and power right. And then, let's straight quarterback run. And this is, Chris, I know Lynn. Lynn and I are good friends, and we've known each other a long time. And, he's going to stay pretty close to the cuff, and he's going to try to work on a few things out here. But, what you just saw right there, where he's bringing trips left, keeps Timmy Jones over there on the right side, as a tight end and runs towards that right side and tries to just outnumber everybody and use Ethan's legs. I think you'll see I think you'll see a lot of that this year.
They try to test this kid over here on Max. Number 7, he's a good athlete. He's a quarterback, and if anybody's going to go one-on-one with anybody, I'd want him.
Yeah, that timing just wasn't there.
And they are doing more of a live. I don't know if they don't have it timed, but they do have, the down markers on this near side.
Okay, it looks like they're going true possession. You're right. You called that earlier, so it'll be interesting here if we can keep moving the chains. It's got an early first down on the first keeper there by Waswo, so hopefully we can keep the chains moving and see here on 2nd and 9 or 2nd and 10 if we open it up a little bit here and let him throw the ball. I think Max the only one with the reception, right? I don't think anybody's had a reception yet this evening. Other than
if
Max.
there was anything, it might have been a shuttle pass. If you
Well,
if you
yeah,
call
if
it
you
that.
count, yeah, the little jet sweep shovel pass. Got him. It's a little over his head. That's a tough throw right there.
Yeah.
That's a long ways.
Long ways across, right there on the.
Yeah, and then you got, I mean, everything looks good. The route looks good. The throw looks good. But, Westroff's, a little undersized, and Ethan's got to put that ball over that first level defender, and which he did.
Yeah.
And if that's Max Higdon sitting out there instead of Westerhoff, then that's a completion. But it's just kind of the way it goes
right there
so.
really twisted his ankle.
Yeah,
He's still
come
trying
down,
to walk
yeah.
it off.
So 3rd and long here. So see if we try to get 4 or 5 and put herself in a position to get first down. And that's another thing, Chris. We should keep. I mean, that's there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just the timing, and it's just the timing and Max breaking that off at the right time, at the right angle, and Ethan putting the ball. I mean, that's just going to take time. I mean, I don't know. We keep harping on it, but it's there. I mean, it was available, and it's just going to take reps.
Yeah, and that's where Max, he talked about it, and when he jumped on with me a while ago, he played tight end last year, didn't play much wide receiver at all, and so him just learning how to break that off, get open, look for.
Yeah, he basically ran
Ethan.
seam routes last year, and that's about it.
That was it.
Yeah.
And whenever he had an opportunity, he caught the ball and made big plays.
Just couldn't get that snap exchange down again.
They called it.
Yep.
I guess they blew the whistle.
I think they're trying to protect the quarterback. So that'll be it. That'll be our last possession probably offensively, I would assume. I think everybody probably get one possession with the live possession with the chains. But, tough there. Like I said, a couple plays where three weeks down the road, those will be completions.
And as you go through, we may see Coach Shackelford adjust on the offensive side of the ball, where he said maybe we're going to go 3 yards in a cloud of dust every single possession and control the clock with the kids that we have. Yeah. We're just not used to that because we've had the skill set and the talent and the kids to really open it up and throw the ball all over the field the last 10 years probably. But Coach Shackelford, that's one thing he's not afraid to do is say, okay, this is what we can do. This is what we're going to be good at. Let's pull it down and run the ball 40 times a game.
And like I said, I know Lynn a long time. It's a scrimmage. He's not going to show all his cards tonight, I promise you. But he showed the first play, the power game with Ethan that went for about 12, and then they didn't run it again. Hey, let's work on throwing the ball a little bit.
Yeah.
It's funny. Good defense. Oh, good pass and catch. Played it well. That's another thing, though. I mean, look at the situation here is, we got Kellen Smith who played that really well, stepped up, played the quarterback run, quarterback bailed out to throw it, and Kellen was in a great spot. But, I mean, he's 5'6", 5'7", going up, up top against a 6'1", 6'2" senior. And look, that's a big old kid, man. He just goes up and makes a play.
And he was in a great spot.
Exactly. Man, nobody
Sweep
up wide
out to the
there.
right.
We got held.
Yeah.
I think Tommy got held. But, right there, man. Ethan kind of got caught in the wash right there, and he got to get out and set that edge. In that three-man front, man, that outside linebacker, man, that backer, he's got to get out there and make some plays.
Important job, to get up the field.
Can't get caught in that wash, man.
Turn everything back in and let somebody else come in and make a tackle. And that's the thing about football, is it is the ultimate team sport.
Yep.
You do your job, and you may not get the tackle, you may not make the touchdown. You do your job, though, and you'll be successful. Yep. And that's one thing where right there.
Yep. Good job. Just got to make this play, and that's perfect.
Good job right there. Just like I said, he didn't make the tackle, but he did his job. Duran hit that quarterback, made him pitch it out there. Then you had Max Higdon coming downhill to clean up the pitch man once he got it. And, they only probably made, about 2 yards on the play?
Yeah, I think it was about 2 yards. Yeah, played our option assignment's been solid all night. I've been impressed with the young guys so far. Just the assignments, being where they're supposed to be. Sometimes the play just doesn't work out, but once again, good coverage right there by a freshman. I mean, going up against a kid, he's probably giving up Chris? Probably 6, 7 inches right there. Probably 40 pounds, 50 pounds, maybe.
Yeah. But that's the thing is, these kids are going to be in the right position. It's just if they can make the play. I mean, we've been on the other end of that.
100%.
I mean, you had Landon Lagasse running down the field, and you had a freshman, and it was just like we were going, this is touchdown.
Yeah,
Look who you're Mac. Let him go up and make a play. And the kid, a lot of times kids were in perfect position. You just had a bigger, taller kid that could make a play, and we may see that this year.
That's a punt, basically, right there.
Yep.
Good job. I've not seen Compton really play much, but he's done some good things tonight.
Yeah, he's
a very aggressive kid.
In the right spots. Max came over and helped clean that up.
Yep.
But, as he gets older, he's going to go up and get high point that ball, come down with it for an interception, go the other way.
Yeah.
Let's see. This slot receiver right here on this near side, he's had a couple big plays. Let's see if they don't try to sneak him down the seam here. Nope.
Got him. First down, moves those chains, keeps their possession.
Yeah, and right there, you had kid kind of do a little banana route over there and got lost in the mix, and Max just didn't get over there in time to knock that pass down and give credit to Perry, quarterback and receiver. The quarterback did a great job on that rollout and then delivering a strike down the field for a big, probably 20-yard gain.
Yep. Oh, run game. I haven't seen that. Good job, Lawful Holtz getting off a block, playing that left 3 technique. That's nice right there. Nice little play by Travis.
And you have Andrew Stockton right there in the middle, man. That kid is
taking up some space.
Yeah, and he is such a good – he's such a good wrestler that it translates well for that line for him to get through there and really clog up that front line.
Oh, it's a way to close on it. Compton again there. Good job.
Now this Perry team's got some
man,
good receivers, man.
That's the thing that sticks out. And, it's one of those things here, too, where it's like, man, they got some big old receivers. But then at the same time, I'm like, but they're probably average size, regular size receivers, but we're kind of small on the other side. So, so I'm not sure. But they look big out here right now. I mean, by far, you look at their line and their quarterback and their running back, you look at, the biggest 2 guys they're putting on the field are both split out most of the time.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, good job getting off that block.
No, Juan Melendez did a great job right there.
Because that quarterback was going to have a lot of room up the middle.
I was sitting here running through my head going, this is about to be bad.
Yeah.
There's a lot of green grass for this quarterback to work with. And about that time, Juan Melendez just threw his blocker off of him, got out there, made that quarterback throw the ball down the field. And the kid – He threw a great ball, just kind of ran out of room on the sideline, but it was due to the fact that Juan got off that block, got out there and put pressure on him.
Yeah, a little pressure. Come on, Matthew. Force him out.
There's a hold.
That's coming back. Yeah, good job. Good defense all around right there.
And that was 4th down, so that'll be Cash and Wildcat defense, keeping them from getting them down the field and getting them in the end zone. So
good job. Gave up the 1 4th down play, but other than that, I mean, every play we didn't really give up hardly anything to speak of.
Like you said, what the coaches want to see is kids in the right spots, doing the right things, making the right reads. And I think you've seen a lot of that tonight of being in the right spots and doing the right things. And for a really, really young team, that's positives that the coaches can build off of.
Yeah, and I think so far tonight, just from my perspective, is defensive assignments have been pretty consistent.
Yeah.
Been pretty consistent. Obviously, offensively, we're still trying to work through some kinks, get some chemistry and some consistency. But all across the board defensively, I thought we've been in the right place most of the time and given up a couple plays, but really nothing major.
Yeah, we'll leave it here again. I think we will see the offense get out there one more time against probably – who did we go against that first time, Morrison?
Correct. So we should flip-flop this
Flip-flop,
time.
and
Yeah, flip-flop. We'll play we'll have to defend Morrison, and then we'll play offensively against Perry.
And this Morrison quarterback, man, we've kind of gone to commercial a few times while they were out there, but, man, he is in – I'm not sure. I don't have any rosters from Perry or Morrison, but this quarterback from Morrison, he is going to give people fits at the Class A level, and I'm sure that's probably why they've kind of opened up their offense a little bit with the talent they have back there. And that coaching staff at Morrison, they live and die off of the wing tee.
Yeah,
but these guys
this
are
is not a
really
wing team
smart
guy, though. He's not a bruiser runner. You can tell.
Right.
Yeah, and
he's got great footwork,
Yeah.
step up, sling it. He's got a heck of an arm. And these coaches at Morrison, they're really good coaches. They can live and die off the wing tee, but at the same time, if they see talent and they can say, let's see what this kid can do throwing the football, they're going to adjust.
Kind of same thing as Perry is up front, not very big. Morrison's just not very big. Their bigger guys are wearing smaller numbers.
Yeah.
And so, it's kind of interesting. Maybe they do get away from the wing tee this year and kind of spread things out and lean on a little bit more skill, but because like 32, big old boy. Of course, 7's a big kid. Kid split out over here to the left's a pretty big kid, but up front, not huge. There's nothing there.
And that brings up 4th and about 5 for Morrison.
Yeah.
And all they're doing right now, if you're just jumping on, is they're giving each team a possession to see what they can do with it. And nobody has really, like you said, we had one big play on first down, very first play. Ethan had about a 10-yard run. And then when we turned around and got on defense against Perry, they moved the ball a little bit.
They had one big play on fourth down.
One big play on a fourth down. And then other than that, not much. So
see if Morrison can move the chains. Perry moved the chains once. Cashin was unable. Cashin moved the chains once, and see if Morrison can keep their possession going. Nothing looked good. Nope. They'll blow the whistle there. Yep. Good stop for Perry. So be Cashin football now as they get their second shot on offense against Perry, Perry's defense should stay out there, I believe.
Yep.
And they're pretty hyped up right now. They got a little mojo going.
And this probably be our.
I would
we'll
assume
have
our
another.
last one.
We'll have
Defense,
we'll jump on defense after that. So we'll stick around here, watch some the Cashin drive on offense. We'll watch them on defense, and we'll do a little bit of wrap up and finish up here and be ready for the 2023 season.
Yeah, so it's be interesting to see here if we get a little more run game for Mr. Waswo, but I would assume he might be done running the football on just an all-out, called run, but he may scramble a little bit, but we'll see. You never know. I'd like to see him work on their passing game a little bit. Just gives me reps they can.
Yeah, I mean, more reps the better. The more timing you have. I think Cashin did a lot of 7-on-7 this year, but man, and that helps with timing and doing things like that. But man, live football, throwing the ball when you got 11 men on the field, it's a different ball game. There's about 2-3 yards.
Yeah, 2 or 3 there. Ethan going left side, and wasn't a lot there early, but he's a big, strong kid, be able to, put his head down, get 2 or 3. So, of course, I called that up dead wrong. It was.
Said we're going to throw the ball around and run the ball.
I mean, straight Tim Tebow right there.
Yeah. And, I mean, that may be something we see a lot of.
I ultimately think that will be what we see,
Because clock, controlling the clock, being able to keep the ball in Cashin's possession as long as you can. in years past, we're scoring on 2 plays.
It's same.
We may see 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 play drives now. We're used to we'd see 2 play drives.
Yep. Oh, that's not there. That's another Young, but he's got to look off that little comeback there because he had Carlos wide open in the flats out here, and that's one of those things. Perry's got to. They got to stay home. They got to, they got assignments right there. Somebody blew their assignments and left Carlos wide open in the middle or on the flats. So. And
that's where, like you said, as Ethan learns to go through those reads, you see those kids jump that. You got to know, boom, I've got a guy in the flats going to be wide open.
Yeah, we've seen that scheme for years around here. So pick your poison right there, basically. So third down, right? Third down?
Yep.
Third and about 8. Need to get 3 or 4 here. Don't want to be in 4th and 8. I'm going to go fade. That got tipped. That got tipped, Got tipped at the line. And this is another one. It looks like the snap is a little off, like the timing of it. Like the snap's good, but the timing of when he's
ready to go.
Yeah, like it looked off.
The cadence on
everything just looked off a little
count
bit.
And everything else. But that's going to be things that in live game action is it's a different animal. And being that they've gone through this now, they're going to be able to practice and know how that's going to feel and sound and everything else, and it's going to be better the next time. And we keep saying it over and over and over. If you watch this from the beginning to the end, we've got a lot of youth out there on the football field, and a lot of people have called me and asked me, "Hey, how's Cassia going to look this year?" And every time anybody asks me, I say, "We're going to look young."
Yeah, there's a big fella catching it from Morrison. That's the first time I've seen that.
Yeah, that is a big old boy. He walked by me before the scrimmage started, and he's a massive kid that is looks like an impressive football player.
Yep.
Like I said, Perry did a good job of stopping them, but Morrison running this offense with some of the kids that they have, that quarterback, he's going to be a difference maker on the football field at the Class A level.
Ooh, drop that. Yeah, and just, too, going back to our catching offense, we hadn't really mentioned it yet tonight, but it's the first time in a long time we haven't seen any tempo-driven offense. Not playing fast. It's more traditional. And it's kind of different. It's kind of a different field to even see that.
And part of that is, these kids are young and don't know.
Oh yeah, no, yeah,
what they don't know,
right.
and because in years past, you've had experience out there on the offensive side of the football during the scrimmage. You could say, all right, we're going tempo here. Let's go. We're going to line up. We're gonna go no huddle, and that'll come. Shaq's offense is you may not see a huddle the whole game.
Right.
But in this scrimmage, that didn't happen tonight because they're not there yet.
No, they're not there yet. It could definitely be something we see later on down the road. But I'm still watching Morrison, throw the football time after time. This is like
I think I've seen Morrison come here and do scrimmages and
throw it maybe 3 times.
Zero.
Yeah, zero. Wow. It's really it's like we're in the reverso world today.
I don't think they've done a true wing tee
that's
whole game.
That inside screens there. They ran that the very first play against us of the scrimmage, and it didn't time it up very good, but it was there, and then they set it up really well there.
Aiden Royden did a good job right there coming downhill and cleaning that up. He came from that outside, defensive line, that defensive back position. Kid had a lot of room, and he came down and at least put a lick on him. Coach Shackelford's back there coaching up Hank Brown right now.
Yeah.
Hey, you got to watch for this, and that's going to be, like I said, these coaches got their work cut out for them with the youth that they have on the football field this year. And Tommy Branson got through the line just a little bit slow getting through there, and they were around the edge. But there's a reason it got around the edge is because there was a little bit of hold on that left side, and it will be coming back.
Lot of holes. I mean, what's that got to be? At least 12 or 14 holes that have been called tonight. Which, I mean, if I'm a coach, I'm not complaining. I'll call it. Call it now, and hopefully our kids will, figure it out. Because that's the one thing you don't want to happen is these guys come out here tonight, not call that stuff, and then you go do the go the real deal and get a real crew, and before you know it, you're quarter into the football game, and you got 7 holding penalties on you. Well, that puts us in a little bit better spot here. So that'd be first and about 16 or 17.
Yes,
so
it's first down, and let's see. And it's funny, like you said with Morrison. You get first and 15, and Morrison's old offense. It's like, wow, what do you do? Yeah. That's exactly what you want out of that. But out of that, when they're running that wing tee, but when you're kind of open it up and spread it around a little bit more. They're going to try to throw it down the field, and they've got the kids and the quarterback that can do it this year.
Man, that's a great job by Melendez and Dagan Lloyd blowing that thing up early there.
Yeah,
that's great.
And if Dagan Lloyd, man, he's an impressive kid, size-wise, just smart.
Yep.
And if he can stay healthy, he's going to be a problem up front for a lot of teams. And like you said, last year he just kind of had an injury bug and couldn't stay out there on the field. But if we can keep him healthy, he's going to be fun to watch.
Got to wrap up. Oh, that's an offensive face mask.
Yeah.
I mean, you can stiff arm, but you can't grab it and pull the defender down.
Yeah, Grayson Davis just did a good job of coming up and getting into him and keeping on to him. Like you said, the kid just kind of manhandled Grayson with size-wise, just threw him down by the face mask. They didn't call it. But that's the thing is these kids are going to be in position. They're going to play hard. It's just that physicality. Yep. Can they compete and stay in games if you're not as big and physical as some of the other teams that you're playing?
Oh, get through there. Good job. Melendez is having a possession right here, man. He's wreaking some havoc up there. That's good. Now, everything got through off there with the snap, but
still, he was through there.
Man, he blew that up, and that looked good. I've been impressed with him tonight. He's a good-looking kid. He's got some athleticism too.
Yeah.
He can move. 4th and about 8. Got to get a stop, get off the field. See if we can get a little pressure on number 7 and keep him contained at the same time. Stay out there, Timmy. Good job, Timmy Jones. Good job. Great play by everybody right there. Yep. Timmy did a good job of containment, and then
Compton, I think.
Compton again, man. He's rolled an ankle. He's a little gimpy.
Yeah, right there on that play, too. I hate to see that because, he's had a good showing tonight.
His first night out there, it looked good.
I don't know if Cashin is going to get back out there or not.
I don't know.
Yeah, from what it looks like, that might be it. I think we'll just
wrap it up.
Yeah, we're going to wrap this baby up and call it good, man. Chad, thanks for jumping on tonight.
No, it's good. Yeah, it's good to get out here, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you guys for jumping on and watching the scrimmage tonight. Great event here that we have every year. The watermelon feed here in Cashin is a tradition that has gone on, I don't know, I guess I don't know how long, ever since
I've been here. So yeah. At least, what's that? At least 18 years that I know it's been going on. So probably more than that.
It's fun. The whole community comes out. You get to see all the kids from flag football.
And if you've never had the opportunity to come help unload the watermelons and cut the watermelons, it's always a good, it's a good experience. I mean, you need to get out here and do that. Yeah, you need to get out here and do that.
If you haven't, you're missing out. It's a great time.
There you go.
Come on.
Yeah, come on out. Especially on those nights when it's like 105.
Yeah. But good turnout here tonight. And, Cashin Wildcats are going to be young. I mean, that's all there is to it.
Yeah.
The coaching staff has their work cut out for them, just teaching these younger kids how to run this offense, how to be successful. I mean, these young kids have known nothing but success watching the older kids.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But it's their time to step up and shine. You know, there's only 3 seniors. I think when this senior group was, sophomores, when the last time Cashin won the state championship, there was, I think, 12, 13 of those 13 kids in that age group. There's 3 now.
Yeah, down to
Football
3.
is hard.
Yeah.
Football is hard.
Yeah,
Not
things
everybody
happen.
can play it.
Yeah.
Things happen.
People move I mean.
But there's 3 that are here, and Tommy's one of those kids that's going to be, a leader on this team. I'm glad he got to come up. Max Higdon Jr. He's going to be a leader out there. He made a couple big plays tonight. But a lot of the other kids that we called their name, sophomores, freshmen, and it's going to be a lot of that this year. And
they did some good things tonight. Saw a lot of great things, and like I said, especially I look at defensively, them being where they're supposed to be on the field was great. Assignments were great. This is going to be, and our coach staff will do a good job of helping them overcome the physicality part of football. As they grow and get bigger. I mean, that's just part of this game, unfortunately. It's hard to get around the physical side of it. But they'll do a good job of putting in position and helping them out the best they can. But as far as assignments, being where you're supposed to be and decision-making and even tackling for the most part tonight, I thought they did a pretty good job.
Yeah, no doubt. And I guess, just looking at the schedule, we talked about it a little bit. It is going to be tough getting through those first few games. The thing is you want to stay healthy. Get out there, be in the right spots, stay healthy, get better, and then once you hit that district play, being in that 16 district, there's only 6 teams in the district.
And there's don't give you any weeks to say, well, I know we got some injuries, so we're just you can't do that in a 16 district, man. You have any shot. I mean,
you got to win.
All 5 of those weeks are big weeks, so you got to be up on your game and healthy. I mean, that's just the way it's going to be.
Yeah. And I don't know why. So why is it that we are 16 districts?
It's the
OCA fell out.
Yeah, and so they
OBA fell.
Those districts they're realigned ahead of time, like 3 years ahead of time or whatever, 2 years ahead of time or whatever. Well, then things happen, schools petition out, go to 8-man, or like Wellston, I think, is playing fall baseball now. Well, Wellston was playing football when these districts were put together. So, and now I was looking through scores the other day on OK Ranks, they're playing fall baseball.
Yeah.
So things happen, and it's just happened in our area, in our district. So you got to get through those 2 years, and we're getting through it with the 6-team district.
Yeah. So I guess the theme of the scrimmage is youth. I mean, we've got a lot of youthful kids. I mean, a youthful team. But the thing is, there's a lot of talent there.
And a lot of depth.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of depth, and you see them kids in and out all night. I mean, like 5, 6. I mean, it's like hockey exchanges out here, And so that was good to see, and not just some youth, but a lot of it, and a lot. And we talked about it in the JV portion. It's like we're going to see a lot of these kids in the varsity, and we did. We saw a lot
of them. Coach Shackelford out there, kind of giving the rundown of the scrimmage, and probably telling those kids, hey, there was some struggle. We're going to get better. We saw a lot. We learned a lot, and I'm excited for the season. It's going to be fun. I know I don't know how this season is going to go, but what I do know is that these kids, the ones I know that are out there that are participating this year in football, they're going to give everything they have every single night. And that's going to be that's what, to me, what makes a great team. And these kids are going to put out the effort this year, and it's going to be fun to watch and see these kids grow and play over the next 4 or 5 years.
It's a week-to-week process, man. I mean, you want to see them getting better each week. That doesn't necessarily relate to the final score on the scoreboard every week.
Yeah.
You got to take that, you got to detach that, and you got to really assess it. And these coaches are going to do that every week. They're going to, during the game, on the film, and hey, are we getting better? You know, maybe we won that one, maybe we didn't. And even if we won, sometimes we don't get better. Just because you win doesn't mean necessarily you got better.
Yep.
But I think that's just the overall, anthem with this group is like we just want to see week-to-week improvements. And when we get to week 8, week 9, we want to put ourselves in a position to, get in the playoffs and extend our season.
Yep. All right, Chad, thank you for
Sounds
jumping
good, man.
on.
Yep,
Nima,
appreciate it, Chris.
Hey, we will see Nima throughout the season. He's not going to do every football game this year. He's got some kids playing college football, and he's going to be able to go watch them play. But he is
girl
going to
playing
jump.
softball. He's a busy man.
Busy guy.
Hey, do we know how many awards Nima's been given?
I don't know, man.
Okay, I just didn't know
I think probably Liz probably has way more awards.
That's what
than
I was
Nima,
I figured Liz was probably ahead of him in that, but I didn't know if we had a score sheet on that or not.
I'm sure they have a score sheet.
Knowing the DeBavis, it's all competition,
competitive
man.
They are.
Yeah.
So, guys, we'll kind of leave it here. We'll leave it on the team as we close out. Thank you guys for jumping on, listening to Chad and I just kind of hang out and watch the scrimmage today. It's going to be an exciting season, and tune in on Friday nights. It's going to be a good time. We'll just leave it at that, and y'all have a good rest of the weekend. Looking forward to
next Friday night.
First game next Friday night, August 25th in Tulsa at Rejoice Christian.
There you go.
All right, you guys have a good evening. Thanks for joining in.
At Water Heater Man, we specialize in repairing and replacing all water heaters. We service the OKC Metro and surrounding towns with fast, reliable service. We keep our vans fully stocked with essential parts needed for basic repairs, and new tanks are always on the vans ready to go. We offer free estimates on all jobs with financing options available. We match manufacturer's warranty for all newly replaced water heaters. We'll get your water heater back up and running as fast as possible so you don't have to put your life on hold waiting for service. Give us a call today, 405-844-TANK. That's 405-844-8265. Go Wildcats!
Support your school's booster club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers. Talk about a win-win. Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more.